Well, welcome to Spawn Respawn, a weekly podcast dedicated to gaming news, culture, and nostalgia. Well, this is a little bit different. Something's changed.
Yes.
What's happened?
I don't know.
It's almost as if you could see our faces now.
We are humans.
We are. It's it. We're not disembodied voices no more. We are in the flesh.
We are super real.
So, my name is Dylan Smith, and I am joined by Kat Gerritsen, Elliot Porter,
What's up?
and Mitchell Barnsley.
Hello, family.
Hello, family, indeed. And
Hello,
to
family.
those of you who have just tuned in for the stream, thank you. Thanks for checking it out. We appreciate the
Yes.
support. Now, with this one, we would very much appreciate any comments, privately, if you know us, in terms of any feedback. If the sound is out of whack or the video's no good or anything, just give us a yell. Let us know.
Yeah,
'cause
please. Let us
very
know if
open to
too
reception.
loud or too quiet or...
Very much so.
Yeah.
We're also trying something a little bit different where we're going to try not to swear as much. So this is going to be a interesting challenge, I think.
God.
There are certain culprits in the table.
I'm a
that,
sailor.
walking up.
Also, Jono, thanks for hitting that bell.
Yeah.
You legend.
Failed.
Ooh.
Look, I was just trying to get the comments up because
Yes.
Well, frankly, this is not
hard
as
to
bad
say.
as some intro streams that I've seen before, so I think we're doing all right so far. But thank you very much for joining us, because we're about to kick off with episode 21.
Yeah.
This is a huge, monumental episode, because it's the pre-PAX episode.
It is.
This is where we get to shake the sillies out, and where we get to try some new things. We also get to share our excitement about the amazing event we're going to be attending next week.
I'm so hyped.
I know,
I'm
right?
so hyped.
Well,
I have no
you three will
words.
be joining.
Yeah.
I'll be sadly missing.
You'll be our man in the
Unfortunately,
chair doing
yeah.
all the hacking into the mainframe from
Getting
remote
news
destination.
while we
That's
do
what them
other
fingers
news.
do.
from a secure location.
Hidden.
That's it. But yes, we will be at PAX. We'll be going as media, so we're going to try and slime our way into some of those closed door events.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to try and
So
shake hands and rub elbows with the creme de la creme
With
of the
the
gaming
elite.
industry, the biggest gaming event in the southern hemisphere. So it should be
Sick.
should be good. Cyberpunk's going to be there, which
Oh.
it's Cyberpunk.
I'm
If you know what I mean.
definitely gonna. Dude, it shows like 3 times. Will I go to all 3
But-
sessions?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe
Is there going to
mm,
be something behind closed doors, though? Because that's the dream.
if we see some like
I'm gonna kick down that door.
gameplay, if they put a controller in one in the hands, that shit would
Don't say that.
yeah.
Don't
well,
say
Because
that.
they did that at the other... At PAX West and at Gamescom and...
they had
and-
actual gameplay.
Yeah, they had the gameplay demo that
Yeah.
the public got the 15 minutes footage of. From that, it was like an hour-long demo that the press
That
got.
they were actually playing. Well,
So we can only hope.
I'm going to end the podcast now. I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to go start lining up now. Because
Right.
are you serious? That's
Now.
huge, man. That's awesome.
You know what else though? We arrived too late on Thursday to be able to pick up our press passes.
oh,
on
we
Thursday,
do.
we
Oh, that's
can-
all right.
Wait,
We'll
it's
just
gonna
go.
be
Pick
an
'em up
early-
so early on
And get
Friday.
this. We
Just
get
be
to
like,
go in.
Please give me my pass.
Yeah. Where's my pass? Well, seriously, we get to go in there like an hour early, which is huge, which is pretty sweet. We get to actually slime our way in, as I keep saying for some reason.
Look, I'm about
Slime,
it.
man.
I'm
What's-
happy to slime
Yeah.
everywhere.
Slam it up. But yeah, indeed. Let me just see if I can get these comments popping.
That's okay. I got them up as well if you like.
Yeah,
Is it-
nice.
Are they still actually watching? Because
You can
if someone
ask
can
them
just
to,
give us
hey?
some feedback on how the audio is, that'd be awesome.
Look,
Very much.
We'll learn as
Says
we go.
3 are watching, but I assume that's us.
Nice.
I don't know. But
No worries at all. Well,
good times.
excellent. Let's jump straight into it, guys. So we're going to start off as we usually do. We're going to talk about the games that we've been playing this week. It's been a little bit of a mishmash. We've been playing some different things, but who would like to kick us off?
Well,
I feel like maybe you would probably be the right one to start it off, Elliot.
Yeah.
Considering that we've all, us three, been sort of been playing the same game.
you
Yeah.
read my
It
mind.
makes
You
sense.
read my mind. So,
What have you been playing, Papa Elliot?
I finally started Borderlands 3.
Sick.
So,
Hot news.
it was like the longest wait of my life, trying to finish Greedfall.
Thanks, Riley.
And then I got a review code for NeoCap, which I will talk about a
Yep,
little bit
dude.
as well. So I was like, well, I should really like do the right thing and do a review for the game I got a review code for and an embargo and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, another 4 days without playing Borderlands.
Oh,
but I
dude.
finally, oh my God.
Got amongst it?
It's so good. And so if you don't like Borderlands, you're not going to like Borderlands 3. It is like
What?
literally exactly the same as the other ones, just amped up to 11.
Just
Like,
more.
Kind of expected that, really.
and for someone like me, that's sick. Like, that's awesome. But it's not like someone's not gonna have not like Dylan, for instance. You're not gonna have not really like the previous ones and go into this. Oh, it's true. You're not a fan, and that's
Dylan,
fine.
you're not gonna like it. No matter what you do, you're just not a part of the club.
I just don't get to
That
choose.
is not what I'm saying at all. No.
My autonomy has been taken away from me. Thank
Well,
you.
you could try it. It's a great game. You
I'll
might
give it a
come
shot.
around, but I mean, it's on Epic on the PC, so you
Nah,
might not want
it's
to play it on
Not
there.
going to happen. Right. What else?
You got
But
PlayStation.
it's just rad. Me and Tash playing co-op. She's the siren. I'm Zane, the operative, who's got a little sentinel bot that flies around and shoots people for me, and it does at the moment radiation damage.
Ooh,
It's really
It
cool.
is.
So it just like melts them,
Nice.
and the weapons are insane. I
Is there a
got
billion of them?
is ridiculous.
Literally.
Literally a billion. But we killed the second boss, this Gigamind. It's this like little midget with like. Well,
Yes.
actually,
I
it's
love
like
it
just
already.
a brain in a jar, essentially.
Giga midget. What the hell?
Giga-
I love it.
Midget.
I love it so much.
He's like, yeah. And anyway, Tash got a legendary gun, but she didn't like it, so she dropped it for me. But it's one of those TDO guns, so when you reload it, you throw it.
Throw it.
When you throw
so
it,
annoying.
it just what? That's so
Throwing
sick.
it, I felt okay.
It's
continue
the
on.
best.
Can
Throwing
you lose it?
guns.
If you throw it, can you like not pick it up?
No. Like when you need to reload TDO weapons, you've always just thrown them and they explode, and then they digistruct in your hand.
That's
And
that's
you know
kinda
the
cool.
you know the
Yeah.
guns
That's pretty
guns
sweet.
with legs, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
show they're TDO guns, and you throw them, and then they run after their enemies. The one I've got, I throw, and it turns into a turret with spider legs and a brain, and it just runs around shooting people.
That sounds amazing.
it's
that's
so
fine.
good.
That's better
It's-
than like throwing the gun and then nothing happening.
Well, they always
Are you
something
thinking of
happens.
Reaper?
They
Like-
always explode. Like
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the
I was just happy to hear about like the one that like grew legs, had a gun, but taunted.
yeah.
That's all I care
The
about.
screams at their enemies.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
But that's a pretty cool gun. The story's pretty good. Like it's like I feel like Borderlands 2. I mean, I'm not very far into Borderlands 3. I'm like level 13, but I think Borderlands 2 is a fair like hard game to match with story. Even though it's Borderlands, a lot of people think it's like not a great story, but Handsome Jack was like a phenomenal bad guy. And I find that the bad guys in this they're like they're streamers, and they're like made to be like super obnoxious streamers. Like their thing is at the end of every broadcast is like, share, and obey. And like
God.
they're designed to be super corny and super cheesy, like everything in Borderlands. But I don't really like. It's not the same as Handsome Jack. Handsome Jack was a freaking psycho, and he was just such a great bad guy. I don't think so far they don't really match up.
I mean, for a lot of friends that like I've had in the past, they've always, when they've mentioned like who their favorite villains are, Handsome Jack's always been the one that come up in conversation.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a hard one to.
It is exactly
beat.
right. Like it's a hard act to follow, and it like they're fine. Like they do something at the start of the game that is like you hate them instantly.
Yeah.
It's like they've created the sense of like you want to defeat them for certain reasons.
No, I want to donate, dude.
You know,
They've got Patreon
like, share,
or-
and obey.
Yeah,
Hey,
like, share, obey, dude.
But
I'm
it's
there.
cool. They've like gotten all the bandits from like all over the solar system to join their Children of the Vault, and there's billions of bandits who've joined that are usually just like fend for themselves kind of
Mildly
thing.
annoying.
But now they're all part of their cult. And so when you go to other planets, all the bandits are there, and they're like made deals with Malawan, one of the big weapons companies, and they've got fleets, like star fleets and stuff. So they're very powerful
Bandits
as well.
do? Well,
No,
the bandit
Malawan
group.
do.
Oh, right.
But the Children of the Vault have made deals with Malawan, and so you're fighting Malawan, and you're fighting alongside Atlas, and it's really cool how they've kind of made more out of the weapons manufacturers because they're so important in Borderlands anyway. They've made them like actually
Sounds really,
more.
really, really cool.
It is great. I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. So
Malawan's the company that makes like usually like elemental weapons.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
their speciality is making elemental
my
weapons.
favorite weapons. are
Yeah,
Malawan.
same here.
Yeah,
I've always enjoyed the SMGs from like
good.
Borderlands 2.
and they
like,
have like wind
the
up,
wind-up
yeah.
things, but it's like
So cool.
yeah,
Gimmicks on them. Hell yeah.
so
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, and the
Nice.
weapons are just mental. Like most weapons have 2 firing types, or
Oh.
most Malawan weapons are like fire and corrosive, and you can switch, or
Yeah.
corrosive and radiation, or so they've changed it up heaps. And then there's Children of the Vault weapons, which are weird that like they just overheat. They like instead of having to reload, they overheat. But when they do overheat, you just like spray them with a water pistol. It's so weird.
I love
It's
that.
so very weird. So
Oh, man.
the weapons are super out there.
Yeah.
And super cool. Yeah, it's good times.
It's really cool.
I kind of want to give it a shot. Just so
Me
if I
too.
have like a Gears of War
It's
moment
worth even-
where I'm just like, oh, I was so wrong, man. Borderlands is my freaking favorite game ever, man. Yeah.
Well, I
know
think
what I mean.
even like one day I could bring my Xbox here and we could play
Couch co-op.
couch co-op.
Couch
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
co-op.
And when we
Got
live together in Melbourne,
split screen. Exactly. True.
that's going to be on the cards.
Fair.
Hell yeah.
My brother
Hell
is coming home soon, and
Oh, yeah.
we played Borderlands together always. And when I heard he was coming home, and I was like, sick, we can play Borderlands together. Like, I'll get it from my PlayStation. We'll do couch co-op the same as we always used to do. And he's like, yeah, I already finished it twice. I went for you, man.
That, oh, my God.
The brutality.
Oh, you can't expect them to
I've
wait
been
around forever.
betrayed.
Like you intended to, I guess. But, oh, my
It's-
God.
You meant to finish Borderlands over and over though. Like
I don't care. Betrayed.
Didn't stop it from hurting.
Yep.
Yeah.
It still stings, man. It stings.
So, yeah, nice.
yeah,
So that's
Borderlands so
3.
far.
You'll
Yeah.
do a review, you reckon, at some point?
Yeah, I think I still
Of
will.
course
Like
he's gonna.
I don't
I'm
know, it's a
so
big
like
thing. It's a big one.
it's so long since it came out, really, in the scheme of things. But I just it's the kind of game I want to review, even after like, you know, finishing it twice and playing, you know, end game content and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it'd still be worth a review. I still want to review Greedfall, but it's like that's going to be a long one, so we'll see.
Got some other
You'll
options.
get there, dude.
Yeah,
You'll be right.
but Neo Cab, just quickly,
Little
if you
plug.
haven't seen my review, go watch it.
I have.
Go watch it.
Right now.
Not right now. Stay on here and
Yeah,
watch
don't
it.
go.
Right now. We'll lose viewers.
Don't go.
It's
Please
pretty
don't.
good. I gave it a 7.5. I enjoyed it. The music was really, really good. It had like I felt like how do I explain it? Like it's very choice based, decision based, but I felt like that was like not. It pretended to be more
It's
decision.
a lie.
Yeah, like gave you the illusion of
You
choice.
pick red
and
or blue, and the outcome's the same.
well, not even that. Like sometimes because you have the mood bracelet thing, and sometimes if you're
I want one.
too angry or too sad or too happy, you are locked out of another choice of dialogue. It's like you
What
click
game
on
are we
it.
talking about?
Neo Cab.
Right.
You clearly haven't watched my review yet.
I didn't say that I had.
I know.
Get there, I'm
but
sorry.
yeah,
Called
you're
out.
sometimes like there'll be two dialogue options, and you pick one, and it will be like, you know, I don't want to get in a fight right now, or something like that. If you're picking like a response that's kind of, you know,
I do want to fight right now.
starting shit. Yeah. So I think
That's
that
all
was
I
the
wanna
biggest
do.
letdown. But the way the game was presented and the idea of the game and the characters and stuff were really cool. But I just thought it was let down a bit by its overarching story wasn't actually as good as its character stories that it was telling.
I really like the colors and the music.
It's
haven't
you would
played
love the music.
It's your
like,
aesthetic, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Give it
and
that.
like the main character literally looks like they've stolen it from your art book. I'm not joking
I
either.
shouldn't have done that.
But yeah,
Hell yeah.
go check out my review. On
Nice.
Direct Gaming.
So
Sickness.
That's awesome, dude. Cannot wait to actually watch that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will get
I
there.
love
I
you.
promise. I'll leave a comment. Won't be first, unfortunately. But that's
Actually, you will. No one's commented on it.
First,
shit. First. Oh well, there goes the no swearing. But alrighty. So, what have we been playing? Well, we've all been playing the same thing. Before we jump into that, has anyone been playing anything else? Just
I mean-
quickly, I've still been playing Minecraft because I don't even know why, but it's been fun. But anyway, any others?
I've been making deals.
You've been making
That's all I've been doing.
I started Outer Wilds yesterday just for fun.
hectic.
I don't know what I'm doing in that game.
Wait, what's...
Outer Wilds. It's on Game Pass. It's like a little indie game where you fly around in a spaceship made of like wood and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it.
So apparently, like every 20 minutes or so, there's meant to be a supernova, but I think I died before I reached that point every single time.
Brutal.
I flew into the sun. I just crashed on an asteroid and like way too fast and instantly died. And you're in like a time loop, but I'm really confused and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So
Everything, dude.
apparently
Everything.
everything.
We'll check in with you next week.
Yeah.
No, we won't. We'll be at PAX. But
Yes,
anyway.
we will. But yeah, so Outer Wilds. If anyone knows what I'm doing wrong, let me know.
Hit us up. Hit your boy up.
Hit some
Give us
tips,
some-
please.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
There's no story.
So we've been getting on the Destiny train.
Yeah.
Destiny 2 recently, of course, came across the Steam, which is very exciting. A whole new audience, a whole new world. But yeah, Shadowkeep came out. So what did we do? We bought Forsaken. yeah, we didn't. Well, I ended up buying Shadowkeep, and then I was like, so you were like, yeah, I'm going to buy it too. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to start with Forsaken.
Well,
After I
yeah.
bought it, and I was like,
I want to start with Forsaken. I want to do it in order, dude.
no, look, and I
wanna
get
get
it,
the
and that
story
makes
beats.
sense. And I had that same sort of like
Mental fight.
exactly. I was like, do I buy that? Do I buy this one first? What am I going to do? And then you're like, I'm just going to buy both. And I was like, God damn it. All right, now I guess I've got two as well. But yeah, so it was like Shadowkeep was 55 Australian dollars, and Forsaken was 40. So I was like, we just dropped. Like, this is the one thing.
It came out at $94.94
Yeah.
for both.
It's a bit.
So here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not angry that I bought it. I'm happy I bought it. As a matter of fact, I've been enjoying it a lot. But the thing is that I've bought that game. I bought it retail. You know what I mean? I paid for that experience.
Bought that shit.
And I
boy.
bought that season pass, and it just feels. I don't know how it feels
Yeah,
about
I
paying for a
still
game
don't
I've
know
already
how I
bought.
feel about.
Season Pass does not do anything good for me. It actually really irritates me that I'm seeing Season Pass in Destiny 2. I would more than likely would see it in like Apex Legends, usually Battle Royale games, right?
Not even though.
Nah,
Season
no
passes
way.
are in like
They've been around
any
for ages. They were
multiplayer game.
all through
Yonkies, bro.
Destiny 1, like...
It's their
But
model.
usually it's
Like,
not literally 1 year. Like I don't know.
Like
I feel
Dark
like
Souls
a few
sells
years.
a DLC and season passes. Like
Oh, I'm
everything.
meaning in like, okay, so season passes have existed for ages, right? Like there's the season passes for Rainbow Six Siege and everything like that. But I mean as in like, I'm leveling up and it's giving me loot every time I level
Like
up
a
through
battle
that system.
pass, you
Like a
mean?
battle pass, yeah.
That's not.
That's how I see that. Are we talking about the same thing here?
I don't think so.
Are you
Is
sure?
that in Destiny?
Yeah, I've
no, you-
been leveling up and like there's been like a thing at the bottom.
That's completely different.
That's
well,
completely
not
different.
completely.
That's the rank thing, right?
Yeah, that's your
Is that-
season rank. So that
Right.
they split up the time of Destiny 2 into seasons so that they can give you things to achieve.
That is pretty
in
much a
certain amount of
free
time.
battle pass though.
Yeah.
It's like in Gears, like
Yeah.
when you're getting.
It's like that
all
thing
the
that
stuff,
we thought
yeah.
reset in a week, but doesn't reset in
Yeah,
a week.
so-
Yeah,
It's
I don't know.
exactly like
Have
that.
any of us
It's not
played
that.
Gears?
It's more
since
about what I'm getting at is obviously like Forsaken and Shadowkeep
Season
being
pass
the content pack.
Is a farce. Season farce.
Is
I
a
like
season
that.
fast. JMH, thank you for your words of support. Yeah, so with that, like, I don't know, I'm again, as I said, I'm happy I bought it, but I just don't like paying for a game that I've already bought.
Dude,
And I know
it's
that that's
expensive
like,
too.
I know
Like
hashtag unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but
it's
like,
not.
but yeah, I'm really glad we did get in there because actually playing Forsaken,
I'm totally on
Really
board
good.
with you though, because like I got into Destiny 1 at the end, so I just bought the full game for 70 Aussie bucks,
That
and I got
complete pack,
literally everything.
Yeah.
And I thought, because I bought
ultimate way.
I bought Destiny 2 the first year, and I bought that season pass, and I played it, and I was like, yeah, that kind of fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait a few years,
Did it-
and then I'll
did it
buy the
suck?
ultimate Destiny 2.
Never mind,
It
never
did.
mind.
Didn't
It did
realize.
suck.
Yes, yes.
I just think it's very expensive.
Well, see,
It
that's
is.
why I was like, I'll wait a few years and then I'll get the Ultimate Edition like I did for 1, and I'll get all the stuff for the price of just one game.
Yeah.
But
Then they're
because
left
it's been transferring,
then
because
they're left
Activision
Activision.
dropped them and they had to move from Bungie to Steam, that means I have to buy both DLCs anyway.
And it's shaping
Well,
up that
pooped on.
Destiny 2 is going to have a longer life than Destiny 1 anyway.
Yeah.
See,
If they're going to keep that.
much,
is good.
yeah.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
It's going to be
for sure.
cheaper for them to continue to have the same game than
Yeah.
release
Oh,
a
of
whole
course.
new
Without
game.
a
Like,
massive publisher like Activision.
And they're
absolutely.
changing their like DLC rollout because it used to be tiny DLC, big DLC, tiny DLC, tiny DLC, and it just did not feel good at all because
Yeah.
by the time you got to the big DLC and you're like, I want more, that big one, you got to pay for it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
to me doesn't seem any different from playing World of Warcraft. Like I'm seeing
No, it's
these
not.
as
It's,
Fair,
it's
yeah.
literally built off that
But
model.
is World of
Literally.
Warcraft,
Absolutely.
those expansions weren't every single year, were they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was
I
it
thought,
every
like-
sing- I don't know if it was every single year.
Hey,
There's a lot of them. There's heaps,
look-
right?
I'll look it up now.
Look it
dude.
up.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
you're probably right, actually.
I
There's-
played it. So.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again,
I didn't
memory,
realise they were
memory
that
kind of
often.
went real fast playing that game. I don't really, my brain
But I
don't
mean,
work
each of
so
those,
good.
was that like a full price game? Each of those expansions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it like towards the $80 or was it more $60?
It may have been like some of the generally when you do those
Research.
expansions, you would like there'd be like the standard pricing, and then there might be like a deluxe one where you get like. So you're shaking your head over here. You
It's
want to
not every year.
Really? Tell
Yeah,
me.
it's every 2 years.
Let him finish his point.
But finish your point. Continue on.
Like the deluxe would be like you might get a mount, you might get all these cool different things and stuff like that for like $119, whatever it may be. People would pay for that.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure they
Destiny has
would,
that as
but-
well.
Exactly. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
so that's my thing.
Did
I don't
you
see
you
this
did that, didn't
any
you? Did you
different.
buy the big pass?
However,
I don't know. Yeah.
However, when Destiny 2 came out, I was under the impression that it was just a game. It was just going to be that. There was nothing like there might be a bit of DLC, but I didn't think
That's your
huge
own fault.
expansions.
Yeah. That's a lack of
totally
due
your own
diligence
fault.
right there, man.
Like, that's
Yeah.
totally just.
That's what
not
they did with
researching
number
the game
one
you're
as
gonna
well,
buy.
though.
Yeah,
That's what they did with number one, though.
it's
They
been
did
that way
like
the whole
expansions. Taken
Eh,
King. Was it
that's
Taken King, the big one?
Taken
King was
Number
the
one?
big
Yeah.
one.
Hey, look,
That's
I'm
what
not the
I
one
got.
here. We're having a problem with the expansions. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think it's very expensive for
It
like
is,
it is.
yearly.
Because it's yearly, it
Content.
stings more. Like WoW is every 2 years. I could give out an extra $60 every 2 years. Every year, do you know how poor I am, dude? Do you know how poor I am?
One thing I was going to say, though, like, some of the environments that are in this, especially in the cinematics and whatnot, they're beautiful.
Oh,
And
the
you can
game
see
is
that, like,
stunning.
and
love
it
it.
runs like a freaking dream. Like, it is absolutely, like, it's almost airtight. I feel as if on the PC it's just
I kind of
beautiful. But
And
the thing is,
I
what I'm
love it.
getting at is that I feel as if they're justifying the price in
Sure.
some ways through
Yeah,
the quality
it's
of the experience.
triple A to the max.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
And
the
especially with
breadth of the experience in
Yeah.
terms of just
Yeah.
the amount of content that you get.
I just hear my biggest problem with Destiny 1 was the story just ended. And I continually hear that that's the problem with everything Destiny when it comes to story. Not when it comes to content in general, but just like the actual story modes. Just the story is just always cut short. It always doesn't like, it's not like Halo was. Like Bungie
yeah.
like nailed the story with Halo.
There is good story elements, but again, it's a persistently
It's a-
online multiplayer game in which,
Yeah,
that,
it's
like,
a
But
small
they still
portion.
push it
Halo.
as like it has a story, and I think that's
Oh, it definitely has a story.
100% has a
yeah,
story.
yeah. But
I
I
think-
don't know. I just feel like
People go into it really. I don't know why, because again, if you look at the game and look into what you're buying, you will know you're not getting a story game. You're getting a massive multiplayer online game where you get a bit of story to like explain why you're in that area, what's happening, why the world's changed, so you're getting that new content, that sort of stuff, and then you fucking play to your heart's content.
I just mean the story in Destiny in general, like, is a bit of a letdown. In number one, I haven't played any of number two, but every time I see it, I'm like, it looks so good. It looks so fun, especially like the crazy ultimates and stuff now, and weapons are insane. But it's such an undertaking. Like, it's like you got to choose one game as a service. Essentially, you can't play three.
I think
like-
they've changed it up a little bit. I think they've made it a bit more accessible in that way.
Want a bit more drop in, drop out? Or...
Yeah, because
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
there's
people
still, like-
complain about that sort of stuff, about not being able to keep up with so many games and being forced to then stick with one game and dump so much money in that, which makes it even harder to move out of it.
Yeah.
But Destiny, from what we've looked at, seems to have moved away from dailies and weeklies and is into... there's still weekly bounties and stuff like that. And you can pick up daily ones, but it's like a choice.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like, if you don't complete this, you're not going to move anywhere and you're stuck. Because it used to be as well, like if you don't do those dailies and weeklies, you're not getting powerful gear and you're not upgrading your
Progressing,
gear.
yeah.
Like, you're not getting
And once you
anywhere.
got
That's
to a
only towards
certain
the end
light
game,
level,
yeah.
it's like really hard to get one more light
Yeah.
to go up. Like,
Well,
you
it's
know,
like at this point, because you start at 750, as soon as you get to 900, that's where it's like, that's the soft
Start
cap.
slowing down.
And then you start to, it's only the powerful gear that you start creeping up. And that's when you get the come back, like literally do the weekly events to
Yeah.
get that powerful gear. And
But
that's where
they've
you slow out
also
of
kind of fixed that up, I think, with the seasonal thing that they've brought in.
it. Yeah.
Because
that's
as
weird.
you level up, it used to be as you level up, you get an engram and you get a random piece of gear, and it could be absolute trash. Like it could be
Yeah.
not helpful in any way. It's just blue garbage, and it's just thanks for that, and you chuck it in the bin. But now,
yeah.
not only can you occasionally potentially get blue garbage in the form of an engram, but you also every level you get like 1 or 2 set things. And so if you get a set piece of gear, it's probably going to be higher for you and you're upgrading, especially with the seasonal totem or whatever it is that you hold.
Yeah.
Like we got the eye
Yeah.
for level 7, which gives you more light level. Like its property is to give you extra light level, which means you can get higher light level gear. So I think they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
make it a
trying
little
to get the
feel-
growing pains out of it.
feel things out now
It's
that they've
still
split
like-
from their dad. You know.
Yeah. It's still a huge undertaking to start any game as a service, though, from zero.
Yeah, true. But I mean, even with like Destiny 2 New Light now, with
Yeah.
the free to play version,
Yeah.
starting at level 750, they give you like this like basic little campaign mission to start off with. It's not too hard to dip your toes in.
But
I
I
think.
yeah,
I
I
was gonna say,
suppose.
Because now all you would like, if for example you wanted to play, and I don't know if you do, but you would literally just have to get Shadowkeep.
I think if I would if I wanted to play, like I think I would want to play PC because I'd be able to play
With
with
friends.
friends. Like
It's cool they've got cross save but not cross play.
yeah,
It's
it's
rad.
got to be coming though. Like
One would
you would
hope so.
assume. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But tell me about this Gambit.
Oh, dude. Okay, so this was so thoroughly enjoyable, and I know that Gambit has been around for ages, or at least since Forsaken came out,
Yeah.
which was what, last year?
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah. So of course we're way behind the curve. However, we discovered Gambit last night and realized that it's now our absolute
It
favorite
is
game mode.
the best PvP I have ever
It is
played.
so
Like
intense.
of any game, the funnest PvP mode.
It's
like,
super complex. There's a lot going on at once. I mean, it's not complex as a game mode, really, but like there's just a lot happening and a lot of things that can happen. It's just, I love it so much. So basically, there's 2 teams, teams of 4, and they are set to verse or like, take down
It's
enemy
PvE.
mobs. PvE, right? So it's cool. They do like a little coin flip and you find which enemy is on the field, whether it's Vex or the other guys. What are the other dudes?
we got Vex,
Cabal.
Cabal.
Cabal's my favorite.
And
Fallen.
Fallen.
They're
Nice.
all taken.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got heaps of these different things to verse, right? And it does mix it up with each event.
That'd be one word.
But with
Enemies.
it, the way it starts off is that you're in this arena. You got to go in there and kill as many mobs as possible, and they drop motes. So you got to go and collect the motes and bring them back to your bank to bank those motes.
put them in the bin.
Exactly. I think it's if you get 4 or 5. Is it 5?
If you get 5,
5 motes, you get a small blocker, and that means that spawns a weak enemy of the Fallen on the other team's game. So and that
and
means
it closes their garbage cans, so they can't put in any more motes.
yeah, they can't bank any motes, so they've got to deal with the
terminology.
Fallen before they can bank their stuff, which means you're slowing them
Bank's
down
closed.
hardcore.
Bank's closed. Don't come back.
Don't get in here. But also,
And then if you get, I
10.
think it's
I'm pretty
8
sure
to 10.
I could have sworn
It's
it was in
medium.
5s. Like 5 small, 10 medium, 15 large.
and that
Maybe.
changes as the game progresses. So as you fill it up, because I saw that I had 5 or whatever, or 6 or something, and it still said small blocker towards
Yeah.
the end
Yeah.
of the game. So I believe it changes. But anyway, if you get up to 15, that's a large blocker, and that really messes their day right up. Which is
We dunked 3 large blockers in like
Yeah.
a 5-second
Oh
spin.
yeah,
And I
there
was
was
like,
oh.
is it 85? Is that the
75.
75 is what you need.
75 motes, right?
75.
So what's cool about this is throughout the process of you dumping the motes in the bank, you can open up a portal that leads into the other team's world, which means you can jump in there and you can PvP them and start killing them off. And if they're collecting, like, let's say one of them's got 12 or 13 motes and they're all happy about going back to the bank, and you get out there with a bow or like a sniper rifle and you just like, douche, and you
Deuces.
just kill them, they lose all their motes. So you utterly like
Ruin
totally
their
impede
entire day.
progress. Exactly.
yeah, I saw that. First thing Riley
What
did
was it?
in Destiny 2 was Gambit, which means when we pop online, Riley, you better freaking help out, man.
Yeah, Riley, get on our train, please. We need you, baby. So what's cool about that is like once you hit that 75, you spawn the primeval.
Yes.
And that's just like a
Big bad.
big bad, yeah,
Big
version
bulbs.
of whatever
It's like an
race
actual
you're
boss.
fighting.
It's a big dude instead of a small dude.
Yeah.
And he comes out with some envoys.
Yes.
Oh.
And they, of course, power him up so
And
you take
shield
him down
him.
first, right? But then the game changes from trying to collect motes to trying to kill the boss. So,
Oh, wow.
which is really, really cool because anytime any of your team members die, it just gives the boss more
He
health.
gets his health back. He like absorbs your dead soul.
Literally
Yeah.
regens.
The best. It is so good though because once you get into that final fight, you're killing your dude, and if they've got their dude, you see the health bars, right? It's because they're up the top. You see them both coming down, and you're like, oh no, they're getting close. So you jump through the portal, get into their world, and you're just like, pew pew.
You start taking them out.
Take them out.
What?
Their health bar's like, dunk, 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 dunk.
Yeah,
Just
you
like,
can
Massacre.
severely, like, absolutely ruin their game. doing
How long is this game mode?
well, which is exactly what GMH asks.
oh,
right.
really?
It can.
that.
It
Is that
can
like 10 to
it can-
15?
It can take.
It
Shorter.
varies heavily.
So the way it works,
Thanks,
right, is
JMH.
it's a best of 3 sort of situation where it's like there's a if we win a match, you win a match, and then you have to have a tiebreaker to fix it off.
Yeah.
But if you win 2 in a row, that's
That's
it.
it,
Well,
exactly,
obviously, because there's only
2
3
in a row is
rounds.
good.
So
But the match itself is hugely variable because it just depends on how long you take to get your motes and then how long you take to kill the primeval. So
Yeah.
if you're gathering motes and the enemy is killing you and you keep dropping them and you're doing the same thing to them, you could be gathering motes for literally the rest of forever. We didn't
Yeah.
come across a timeout. There probably is one,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
imagine, but we didn't come across one.
They were pretty quick. I'd say 10 minutes for each round. Would you say so?
Yeah.
For each round?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Just-
you know what
yeah.
else? Can I just quickly say, and I know you guys know this, but when we play PvP, I'm absolute garbage. Like, I'm not very good at it, but I was consistently getting kills when I was going through that portal.
I think
Yeah.
you get a power up. I think you do have...
I think you potentially a little bit, but like,
when you see
And
them
are
come
you
through and
using-
you look at the enemy, you look at their shield bar or their health bar, and it looks different to anyone else. Like, it's not just because they're an enemy. Like, it looks like you get a little bit of a boost.
I have no idea, probably.
Also, are you using in that game mode
1v4.
like your gear?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
if you have really good gear, you're going
I
to be
don't
more
think
powerful?
the
Or
numbers
is it
play
balanced?
There are
into it. Whenever
different-
PvP comes into it, I'm pretty sure it
Because I know,
balances
yeah,
it
there
out.
were a lot of balancing
There's
issues with
always
PvP.
different
and-
types because
in
there's
Destiny.
like Crucible and then there's like competitive Crucible, and I
Like
think for
Iron Banner
Gambit
or
it's like
whatever.
Gambit and Gambit Prime. There's a couple of different Gambit
That
modes.
would make sense.
Right.
I think one of them will be you use the gear that you use, and the other one will be
Just
set
balance.
balance.
Yeah.
And use what you're good
I'm
at.
currently
which
trying
I
to
like.
find a gun right now that's good for both taking on PvE and PvP.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time when we played Gambit and I went through the portal for the very first time, you're like, yeah, go through, had like a hand cannon out, and the first person, I didn't take me long to come across the first person. I just headshot them straight off the bat.
Yeah.
I was just like,
But that's the same
That's
in
how it was
regular
in the bow,
PvP as
yeah.
well. Like it seems very similar time to
Yeah.
kill.
And that
Went full
that bow
McCree.
is super useful, I found.
Yeah, even for like when the invader
Bows
comes
are
in because
always
they're
sick.
glowing bright red.
Right.
And like if you hit them in the head, they're dead. So I don't know
Yeah.
how big the buff is if they have a buff.
Yeah, no.
Because if you're still one shot killing them, then it shouldn't.
it was great.
No, I don't know if they have a health buff, but I think that, like, as you mentioned before, like, it certainly takes a lot of health off if you shoot them once. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, you can wipe a squad, like, pretty, like, I think all of us at some
Yeah.
point when we were playing wiped the other squad.
Yeah,
and
like,
you
we're
respawn,
not, like,
and you
consistently
respawn.
doing
Yeah,
four.
and it's not like we're pro gamers.
No, I'm definitely not a pro gamer, but I did get like full team wipes like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's I don't know. It feels like it was the same as regular PvP. Like if you headshot someone, they're dead immediately, and it felt the exact same.
Is that always the case if they have a shield?
Yeah.
though? I don't think it is.
Well, it's
not like a
it's
one-shot
high
headshot.
damage, right? It's gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
melt
the
a
same.
shield pretty quickly if you get a headshot.
Yeah, but that's not a one-shot kill.
No, it's not a one shot kill, but it might be 2 shots. If realistically,
Yeah,
headshot's
so
gonna
then
get
it's not a one-shot kill.
It depends
Oh.
on what you're using.
exactly.
Does it though?
Yeah,
Well, if you've got a full
snipers do a
shield.
lot.
Like I said,
yeah.
Like I said, I went through the portal, and the first person I came across, I headshot with the hand cannon. That was done.
Well, they could have also been damaged due to the PvE elements as well.
Yeah.
You can't just say that they were like full health.
Well, look, yeah, potentially, but like,
I'm just trying to figure out if there is
Yeah,
like a
see?
one-shot kill version.
Sentry says you get overshield, but no damage buff when invading. So it's just
there you
regular.
go. So it's just the shield.
Just regular.
Thank you for your
Thank you for your knowledge.
Sentry. This is
Glowing,
sick. I'm so glad we
glowing
get
bright
comments.
red. Oh God, the Dark Souls of sci-fi.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm an invader coming in to die
my
immediately,
God.
accidentally fall off the edge.
JMH, what a lord.
Yeah, thanks for your
Lord
input, people.
status. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So that
I've
sounds
been
epic as.
Very
loving
cool.
it.
Oh, you should check out some gameplay.
Yeah.
The most
Oh, maybe
we'll
you guys should
we'll
do
have
a
to- I was
little bloody.
You should co-stream.
Co-stream
Stream it. I was
slash
just- I was
review.
literally just thinking that.
I want to review.
the
should
main thing that annoyed me in Gambit though, right,
Sophie.
is if you kill a dude, the motes take a second for you to be able to actually pick up.
Yes.
Very
yes.
annoying because you run past, you kill them, and you run through and been like, yeah, and then I look at my thing, I'm like 0 motes. I'm
Like, I didn't get my
I
mods.
didn't pick up shit, man.
No,
Excuse me?
fully.
like, fucking, I mean,
This no swearing thing's really going off the rails.
Is cat
Freaking
can we get like a
excuse
counter
me?
next time? Just have like a counter at the bottom of the corner.
Yeah,
every
it's
time
3
cat
right now.
like swears. Just
Mate,
like,
if you want to animate and do all that, you can.
right now it's 3, so get your finger tally up. Bubby.
Yeah. Keep the fingers up, mate.
Keep
Show
it
me
up.
what those fingers can do.
oh,
Jeez.
I'm gonna show you what I'm doing.
But
Oh, man.
as for the rest of it, we played Forsaken and we
We smashed the campaign.
smashed all the way through Aldrin Sov. There's still more stuff to do, more story missions
Yeah.
and things
I
to
was
do in
gonna
the
say,
Dreaming
so
City.
you're not completely done yet on Forsaken.
No,
No.
not at all.
Cool.
What, the reason we were playing Gambit is because we had to kill Fallen to power up our thing to be able to go to the Dreaming City. And
Oh, right.
now
Oh,
mine's
wow.
powered, but there's another step that I have to do. So,
Yeah, so we're up to that point. So, and
so
the
we
thing is
need
as
to
well,
get into the city first.
whenever I play Destiny, like I'm that kind of player. Like I want to play it to completion on each of my characters. Like I want to go through and do it with a Warlock and a.
Yeah.
We're all
I'm the
playing
same.
Titan at the moment. So.
Oh really?
Because
Yeah.
Titan's the best class.
Literally.
Specifically for the jump. I
Plus
really
Luke
love
is
the
playing
jump.
as well, so I'm going to play with him.
Oh, sick.
We should all play with him.
Although,
And Riley,
I
you
didn't
know.
change
And
my,
Riley,
I
of
didn't change
course.
my ability though. I found like the layout, the loadout I was using for Titan class was not that effective when it came to PvP, like in Gambit. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
was,
well
I was
that's the
using
point of being able to easily change.
I was using the two-handed hammer instead of the hammer that I throw, just because it looks so fucking cool. Most of the time, people would see me from a mile away, and I just
Yeah.
be like, they're just like, yeah, he's coming, and I'm just dead before they even get
I haven't
there.
tried
It's
the
like,
new
cool,
hammer
man.
yet.
Yeah,
It's so
I
cool.
haven't
I
either.
love it.
I've
I'm
been
always
sticking
do
with-
the
What's the
It's
third
just-
class? Hunter?
Yeah,
Hunter.
Hunter,
Yeah, Hunter.
Titan, and Warlock.
Yeah.
Hunter's
Warlock
no
is
good?
like, well, at least when I played like
Hunter
2
was
years ago,
deadly.
Warlock was OP. Their
The
ults
healing
in
and stuff
PvP
and, like,
was just
yeah.
like the big like electric hands, like
Yeah, yeah,
Full
that was
Palpatine.
nuts.
yeah, fully
Floating around.
Palpatine, just like it was like there was nothing you could do to get
Unlimited
away from
power.
that. You were dead, dude. If you heard that, like, because you hear the little crackle, and you're just like
It's
there's no
over.
point in moving. Like they could be 20 freaking yards away.
You may as well uninstall the game at that point.
Pretty
man.
much. Like,
They're gonna
as soon
get
as
ya.
that pops, boom, you're dead. Across the map, doesn't matter, because it lasts so long. It used to be,
Have they
I'm
buffed
getting
it?
heated.
Have they nerfed it since?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
haven't
know,
come
but
across
probably.
it.
I
But
hope
it used
so.
to be, right? This
Yeah,
is
if no
how
one
it was.
uses it
Yeah.
anymore, then.
I would die, and I would cry, because I hated that class.
Yeah.
I'd be like, how could you do this to me? And I'd spawn across the map, and they'd kill me again with the same ult. Like, it was...
What?
So we got
was
another
mad about
a
it.
question from Sentry. He says, "Does anyone do raids?" We will get there.
Kind of need the gear.
Of
don't
all
we?
of us,
Yeah,
we'll
what do you
get there.
need a certain
the raider.
light level or gear level to?
and I'm serious, I'm the only one that's finished the raid.
true.
One of the raids.
Yeah, how many raids are in Destiny 2 now?
So she's a raider, dude.
I am a raider. One for
Oh.
each DLC. Well, there's raid dungeons and raids.
Yeah.
So.
A strike's
we wanna
still
get
like
there.
the best
Yeah.
thing in the game because man, strikes were so sick. in
Strikes
Double
are
O.
fun.
good,
Yeah,
but
they're nice and quick.
I personally love the raids.
Yeah.
Like just like the puzzle
puzzles,
aspect
yeah.
of it. Oh,
No, puzzle, yeah, puzzle's your thing.
Yeah, I remember we tried to go through it, and then we started losing people in the team because we
Yeah.
had like 6 or 7 people or
you
something.
need to have 6. You can do them with, well, at least the first one. You can do it with 5 because I
Yeah.
did it once with 5. I mean, people can probably do it like with 1. That's what they used to try and do in the first one. But
Yeah.
I can do it at max with 5. So
Looks like Sentry's going to help us with the raids. Hell
yes.
yeah! Thank you, Sentry.
Yes.
Sick. That's awesome.
But yeah, I've only done
I'm keen for that.
the first Callus raid.
Yeah,
So
but I'm keen to get to that point once we finish Shadowkeep.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
of course.
But yeah,
Yeah.
And we've seen some
Hold
dudes
up.
with some really hella sick gear, and I'm just like, I want that. It's here's something that grinds my gears.
here we go. Get on your
No,
soapbox. Go
here
ahead.
I'm
it
getting
comes.
on
Let
it.
us know.
We were doing so well. We were
So-
so positive.
When I used to play it, used to be just infuse your gear with new gear. and you would just keep the gear that you like the look of, and you confuse it and improve it.
Yeah.
But now you gotta use like some sort of box thing that's got orange bits on it to
Oh yeah,
It's
you
an
can't use
upgrade
modules.
an
Right.
upgrade
Transmog.
module.
Yeah.
So then you need to use that to then upgrade your gear. But I don't know how rare they are. I've got a bunch, and you can buy them. But it's just
yeah.
another thing to do.
just
just another thing to
expensive.
spend my money on.
It is, and there's a good reason for
just
that.
wanna
You
update
farm
my
it.
stuff.
I've been just farming it on Tangled Shore, getting all the
it's not that
plants,
bad.
and then
Buying
getting
Smuck
in
them
much.
together.
the
Then
Yeah.
going to the spider, getting the like a
Crystal,
crystal
yeah.
core
Yeah.
thing, and then
Yeah.
you go back
It's-
to
and it's-
Banshee and then buy the core there.
Enhancement core, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
I like
with
it
that-
for the weapons.
Yeah, and there's a good reason for it as well. I mean, they've made all this new content, both in Forsaken and in Shadowkeep. And the intention is to try to get you to try new stuff instead of just sticking with your same gear. Obviously, you're going to get to the point where your favorite gear you can upgrade and do all that sort of stuff. But
Right.
I mean, for
Currently-
now, I'm trying to embrace that.
yeah.
Like I'm doing the whole mismatched armor thing just to be like, I want to
sick.
be as powerful as possible because I'll get there. I'll get to the point where I'm slowly
just wanna
creeping
look
up and getting my little power levels.
I just want to fashion up.
Yeah.
I want
See,
to fashion up too.
I really
but
like
get
it for the
there.
guns because it's making me use different guns that I wouldn't use.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
I
that's-
really like that. But I just want to look good. Just let me make my armor nice, dude.
Look, as a
You
water,
can.
where's a
Spend a lot
water,
of money on it.
as a Warcraft player,
And
it
pour it in real
transmogs
life
at
and in
everything.
game.
Like you get a bit of gear, you quickly run to the transmogger, you spend your gold, get your gear to look like other gear instead of. So you keep the stats, but you just
Yeah.
change the look of it.
Yeah.
Like that's all I care about. So right now I'm using my Iron Wolf like set that I had, and it looks so amazing. The black and gold with the fur, with the gold chain, gold helmet. Ooh, it looks
You know
good.
what
I
else?
just don't want to waste all my resources on enchantment cores or whatever,
Yeah.
or the enhancement cores or whatever there
But
is.
that's why you get on the hustle. You know, you get that glimmer.
Or get this, I could
Get
just
over
play the freaking game.
Get
you know, I
over
could
it, dude.
enjoy the
No.
game.
That
and
is
then
part
when
of
I
the
get to
game.
that
I mean,
part,
it's first
by just
person.
grinding out.
Yes!
There's more fun
That
things
is-
for me to do.
That is what those games are intended for, right?
Well,
Grinding?
Fair enough. If you've been conditioned from World of Warcraft to do that, man, you do as you do.
You know
That's
what else,
cool.
though?
That's
Broke
cool.
me.
I'm a
I mean,
dude.
it is first person, so it's not like you
Broke
see
me.
yourself most of the time.
Well, when you use
yeah,
a sword,
that's
you
the-
see
yeah,
yourself.
you get third
So,
person.
but
And
like
you got a tower.
Wait, you can get a sword?
Oh,
Yes,
hell
it's
yeah.
amazing.
when
Remember there's like 2 daggers now as well, or
What?
is that always there? Because I saw someone running around with 2 daggers.
No,
I was
that's
like,
the
what is
super, I
that?
think.
Hey?
The super, I think.
See you, Riley.
Oh, no.
You-
No, but it was in the tower.
Riley's
I don't
off. He's
Ri-
gone. See you,
Deuces.
Riley.
know.
Riley's
Riley.
off.
Deuces,
tomorrow.
friend.
Lack
But,
of bloody commitment.
When I moved
Go on.
my character across, right, I had all my outfits, but they didn't have the shaders on them. I was like,
Hey.
boo, huge boo.
Big
Why-
rude.
Why you just deleted
Big
my shaders,
Bobo.
dude? I spent money on that shit.
That's
Rude.
that's not optimal.
That's rude AF.
Yeah, right.
Rude as
Suboptimal.
frick.
Suboptimal. Yeah, but
So good.
I'm really keen to flip and go and play it. I could have stopped myself from swearing
Yeah.
so much.
I
It's
could
terrible.
leave
So-
right now to play that game.
Are you...
I'm back on. I'm back on Destiny,
I'm ready,
boys.
boys.
I'm back
We're
on.
going to space. It's happening. We're going to space.
Look,
We are.
now I can re-look at my wall and be like, guys, I painted Destiny up there, boys.
Are you
I'm
gonna
not
finish it?
No, because I'm lazy.
Oh, damn.
There's too many dots to do, yo. Have you seen how many dots there are left to do? Literally hundreds of dots. I'm just
But-
like, it kind of looks good as is, yo. Like,
Once you
Fair
start though, and you see some like you've made some progression, does that not feel good to encourage you to continue on, or is it?
you know, if I want to paint my wall, I have to rearrange my whole room and drag stuff out of it to be able to finish
Rearranging
painting.
is the worst part about the whole painting situation.
Yeah.
So
Well,
stuff
And I have to
that.
like, you know, I have to dress the carpet and all that sort of stuff so the paint doesn't. It'll stink when I try to sleep. I'm gonna get high off fumes every night. Maybe it's a good idea, dude. No,
Do you just admit to sniffing? Okay, never mind.
no.
Anyway,
I didn't.
Huff and
I said
paint.
maybe I will, but
You probably could. Give it a shot. Why not?
but dude, even all the Forsaken stuff has been really cool. I'm keen to get into the Dreaming City.
As
But
am I.
gotta fill my totem or whatever, man.
Yeah, whatever we need to do, I just want to do it.
You know what though? It was really kind of confusing jumping straight in because so it used to be when you go to the universe map, you hold E, and it brings up a side menu, and that's where you get all your dailies and your weeklies and your information on where to go. Now, if you hold E, it tells you do Shadowkeep's first mission, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, what about Forsaken, dude? I haven't started it,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
won't tell you where to go. We had to look up a guide.
Yeah, do you know what the best thing to do is? Just don't hold E.
Just never touch E.
Literally though, because I mean that's how you used to get your stuff, but it's all bounties now, so just don't touch it. I mean, will that change when we start playing Shadowkeep? I don't know.
probably. I hope so.
Yeah,
I simply do not
know.
know.
Because I'm last, man.
The war of the looter shooters. I'm playing Borderlands. You guys are playing Destiny.
Yeah.
It's about that time of year, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. And then we'll.
I think I'm going to be on Borderlands for a while
Oh,
as
look.
well. Like,
We had a nice little comment. Someone described us as being very pretty. Thank you, Sam.
Look,
Look at this
I
pretty
try.
boy. Look at this pretty boy. Look
Oh,
at this
yes.
pretty boy.
oh, thanks, Sam.
Pretty boys.
Appreciate it.
Pretty boys all around.
All right. Well, can't wait to jump into some more Destiny 2. I can't wait to waste some more money on Destiny 2. Love my my bloody
In a year though, I'm not buying microtransactions.
Oh man, I've already put my down payment in, man. I'm gonna mortgage the home. I'm gonna start just do nothing but buy silver.
Sounds fair.
No, it doesn't. All right,
fair.
moving on. Do we have anything else to say about Destiny?
I love it.
That's legitness. That's about it.
I love it.
Well said. Well put.
That is
Alrighty.
legitness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I need that kid right now. To
expect more from us
Mean lord.
in terms of Destiny 2 because
Once
we're
we
actually
get
going to
into
talk about Shadowkeep once
One
we actually
day.
play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a little bit of a teaser. We're behind the times, but that is quite all right. So moving on to our next topic, we've got a little bit of news to discuss. Something a little thing to talk about.
Wow.
Sony.
You want to take us
the
to it?
article.
No, I don't have any article.
Yeah. This is the thing about doing a live stream. We don't have time to pause and be like, oh, what do we actually do?
Well, look, I'll take the lead because
Yeah.
I know a little bit about it. Sony is updating their PlayStation Now in a bid to fight against Game Pass.
Yeah.
Now, PlayStation
Yeah.
Now has been out for a really long time. It has over 800 games on it, and it's spread across PlayStation 2, 3, 4, and Vita games.
Yeah.
Um,
Was there
And
any
they're-
PSP?
Previously, it was
oh, I'm not sure.
I don't think it's
all
said.
streamed before
streamed.
this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, they've added a few more games. The main one that people care about being God of War.
Yeah.
They did Last of Us as well is on there.
Yeah.
The remastered one. So they're on there
It's only 5 years old.
only until January 2020.
Yeah, that time.
Very
aspect.
short,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
strange, I thought. But you can play it on PlayStation or PC,
PC.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
people are going nuts
On
for.
PlayStation, you can download the game,
Mm.
but on PC,
You
you,
gotta stream
have to
it.
stream
Stream
it.
it.
Yeah.
But people are
rough.
going nuts for playing God of War on PC.
yeah. Even though they're playing it in
Yeah.
inferior quality.
yeah.
Literally
because
the
they're
worst
streaming-
way you
yeah,
can play
yeah.
that game.
Oh,
100%.
finally, I'm playing God of War on PC. Well, not really, but, you know.
playing a watered down version of it.
Anyway.
And they dropped to the price as well.
Yeah, they halved it. Yeah, it's only
Yeah,
like $10
which is
a
cool.
month in the States.
Yeah.
Cool,
60
cool.
a year, so it's the same as, like, Game Pass
Yeah.
for a year. I think.
But it all
But-
doesn't matter because we don't get it.
Yeah,
no,
we don't get
it's
it
not
Australia.
even in Australia. What
Which
is with that?
real
Like,
weird.
Not at all.
I don't get that
It's in
at all.
12 or 14 countries. It's not very
Yeah.
widespread.
It's like,
But-
I mean, I guess it's kind of like Stadia, but like, I think PlayStation Now's had some time to try to, spread out to
I think
some other
they-
countries. They've
yeah.
had literally years.
And it seems it's obviously they're kind of
We were just talking about
they're
this,
almost
like, the other week.
rebooting it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's like they got a long way, and this is what we were talking about. They got a long way before they catch up to Game Pass because Game Pass is every
Phenomenal.
month new stuff. What
New
just
games
got announced?
almost every week.
Plus the
Dishonored
marketing
2.
just got out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dishonored 2, like Devil May Cry 5 recently.
On
like,
release
that came out
games,
Yeah.
this year.
That is such an important element of that because, I mean, we all bought the Xbox, it was Game Pass
For PC.
Gold or whatever it was. No,
Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
it is. All these little
Ultimate.
marketing buzzwords or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we bought Ultimate.
Oh
for
crap!
the
Did you
pure-
cancel that?
No,
Yeah.
it's
No.
still got a bit of time left.
And you need to
Oh,
remind
yeah.
me when you get your reminder.
Yeah. It's all
Wait,
good.
We gotta
otherwise, how
cancel
much
that.
am I paying?
Oh,
It's like
it's
15
double,
bucks a month.
Triple the price for it right now.
But you don't have an Xbox.
You
so
don't have an
probably Don't
Xbox,
want to
so-
pay for that.
Yeah.
So-
Shit, I'm broke.
Yeah. But
Um,
anyway, yeah.
But like,
We can have.
well, what I was gonna say is like the whole they're only on the service till January thing. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of games on Game Pass do
Disappear.
come off Game Pass. Like
Yeah.
now, at the moment, there's like a section in the app that's like leaving soon, but it's like Observer, so like Bloober Team's old game and something else, and like they're nothing big. For one, the first party games will never leave Game Pass. They're on it from day they
Yeah.
release forever.
Yeah.
And a lot of third parties has been the same. Like, not many games have left Game Pass, but for PlayStation to be like, yeah, you can play God of War on PS Now for 2 months or 3 months. It's like,
That's
It
ridiculous.
seems-
not that good a deal. Like,
it
it's
seems like a really bad way to advertise it because
Yeah.
like what we were saying the other week, and I don't know if you agree with me, but I was saying they like you have the Xbox Ultimate, I think that PlayStation should probably just go in that direction for their
Sure.
main service.
Absolutely.
And combine PS Plus and PS Now to create just their Ultimate service. Because, look,
Would've
let's
been
be
the smart
frank,
thing, to be
they're not
honest.
getting any money from PS Now.
Oh.
And if they are, it's like not worth it. So you may as well combine it with PS Plus and get that pushing more.
Do like a PS Plus Ultimate. you
If
know,
they're going to
like-
copy them, which is strange because you can't necessarily say that PlayStation are copying Microsoft because I
Because
mean
they had it
were in it
first.
first, but
Yeah.
they are copying them. Why not copy them properly?
Also,
Yeah.
they
Copy
copied.
the best
They
parts of it.
literally stole their slogan.
The
Yeah,
tagline,
tell us
literally
about it.
word for
So-
word.
It's not PS Now's main tagline. It's like in their like description of it. It's like discover your new favorite game.
They have it across banners as well.
Oh,
Across
really?
Image banners.
Yeah.
It is literally Microsoft's
it's their
tagline for
tagline.
Game
Which is
Pass.
ridiculous.
It's
that they did that.
hilarious.
Is there like a lawsuit coming
Nah.
out somewhere?
They mustn't have trademarked it like as a
yeah.
as a
It was just a little-
slogan or something. But
It just looks stupid though. Like it
It all
Doesn't
comes out
look
kind
right.
of sour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, you're trying to do Xbox's thing,
Especially
and you're
'cause
giving
they're
me some
using
big games for
Azure
a second.
servers.
Yeah, exactly.
The massive like exclusive library on PlayStation is one of the reasons why they are,
Yeah.
the biggest console in this generation.
Exactly.
Right? They should have leveraged that. I don't know what licensing deals they're working there, but they should have used that front and center.
Yeah.
They should at the very least. I don't think they should put their giant first party games onto a Game Pass type service, because I think, as you said, it's their driving force.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think they need those sales separate. But you could do something like have your PS Plus Ultimate, whatever, have heaps of games in it, get it actually up to scratch, and then
They could
I think
put-
it's like gold where you get discounts on some games.
a
or
Game
whatever.
Pass, you get discounts on any game that's in Game Pass.
Yeah, but
That's
they
like
could do
PS
something
Plus
similar
anyway.
and be like, yeah, if
Yeah.
you're using PS Plus, you get a discount on this game, or
do.
yeah, but like ramp that up to make it, tie in with the whole new.
They
new
could
service
also
that they're
do
trying to
like
go for.
virtual console, like pay for PS Now and get the entire PlayStation first party PS1 library.
Yeah,
Like people would die for that.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the PS Classic when that came
Yeah.
out.
Which
And
was
the
an
piss-
absolute piece of
It
crap.
was, and the piss poor reception of
Yeah.
that from those tiny little amounts of games.
Yeah.
But still,
But
I mean,
imagine
if they
what
found
they
a
could
way
do.
to monetize it that way.
And like Microsoft is partnering with all these third parties, and like people like Capcom, who are a Japanese company, who Xbox aren't huge in Japan,
Yeah.
but they're partnering with people like that to get something like Devil May Cry 5, Devil May Cry 4,
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, like Metal Gear Solid 5. Like
Yeah.
all these Japanese games are coming to Game Pass, are on Game Pass already. Imagine what Sony can do.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like
it's
Sony
nuts.
is a huge Japanese company who
Yeah.
could make those moves. But this seems to be mostly first party. I haven't looked at the full list, but they're pushing first party. They're not pushing as much third party or
You know what
second
else?
party or whatever. So
Yeah.
it could be a huge deterrent or like incentive for people to buy either or console. Like, I mean, it is a huge race this time. Like,
I don't know. I just don't think I'd buy one of the consoles in this generation right now, considering that we're at the peak of the end of it. Or
oh no,
Yeah.
I mean
we're
like
at the,
it would be an incentive for the following generation. Be like, buy the PlayStation 5 and get your PS Now Ultimate for 6 months or whatever, and get some of the games from the like God of War and stuff and pop them in there. But you're
Yeah.
gonna kick them off in 2020, like in January. Like,
and
what
are
you
they
doing?
like?
yeah. Why would they even mention that?
Are they?
Yeah, why would it be so short
That
for
should
one?
be in the
It's very
fine
short.
print.
It's so
yeah.
very-
short.
yeah, it should be
And
in the
why
fine
would you
print.
be like, play it? I mean, I feel like you could like ramp it up by being like, play it now, and just like get on the hype of play it now.
Oh,
but
yeah,
not,
yeah.
not be, it's gonna disappear, so you better play it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let that PR disaster come in 2 months' time.
Because like as amazing
Fucking
as
complete it, dude. After you get the money, you're totally right though, Sam. Like they could lose their lead if they don't
no,
match.
yeah.
And I
100%.
think,
they're already
like-
losing their lead. I mean, look at how
I feel like they're struggling. I feel like they're desperate
It's-
at this
Well,
point.
it
there's
happens
Japanese Sony money. They're
every
just struggling hard.
generation though, man.
To
Like
be fair though, I'm never buying an Xbox, especially now that I've got
No,
like
but
PC
that's the thing.
Game Pass.
But
I
that's
don't
the
need
thing.
an
You don't have
Xbox.
to.
But Phil Spencer doesn't
Yeah.
want you to buy an Xbox console.
You're already
if
there.
you're playing PC.
Yeah.
That you're part of the ecosystem now, and that's what Xbox are trying to get to.
Yeah.
That's what so many people can't seem to comprehend is
But maybe
Xbox
that's why
is a
Sony's
platform,
not pushing it, because
for
they've just
sure.
been like,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not losing my customers to PC, so.
but that hubris is what's gotten every
It is
console to lose the following. Like PS2 won that generation by far, one of the most popular consoles ever. But when they announced the PS3, it was like $700. That was a bad thing. The PS3 didn't do very well. 360 killed the next
PS3
generation.
did real well.
Yeah, but compared
By
to
the
if,
end,
when
but-
you talk
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
talk about last gen, like Xbox 360 was dominant, even though apparently it didn't sell that many consoles.
It didn't win the console
No,
though.
it definitely
didn't win
did not.
overall.
I would,
You
yeah.
know-
It did
reckon-
at the start. That was huge dick energy.
Yeah.
for sure. But then by the end, like
I
when they
think
made those
even-
slim consoles that were way cheaper,
And going
they started
into
to get up.
360
going into
was
the,
such a better
PlayStation
device. though.
4, everyone was already on
I don't
PlayStation
agree with that at
side.
all. I don't agree with the fact that the Xbox 360 was a better device.
I do. That's what I think.
Me,
anyway.
all,
I had
my
both.
entire,
For
all my
video-
friends group, like throughout high school when I was growing up, we all had Xbox 360s. I can't remember a single one that had a PlayStation
Yeah.
at all.
And then
it's so
Xbox
strange.
came out at the end of that generation, announced the Xbox One, and threw all that goodwill in the bin.
Dude, I started with the Xbox 360. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad piece of hardware.
Yeah.
But one, it freaking red ringed to death because
Yeah, yeah.
they were rushed consoles
Yeah.
that were ill made.
And that was the start of the generation. That
it
wasn't the
admittedly,
slim Xbox 360 Slims didn't have that.
Absolutely,
issue.
and
Yeah.
I ended up getting one of those as well because I, Halo 4 and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Wanted to play that, but overall, I think I had more enjoyment with my PS3 with some of the games like Last of Us. And this is me personally. speaking.
Yeah.
This is just me,
Yeah.
and with all the media stuff that I had on there as well. Because
Yeah.
I had like the media server.
I pretty much used mine as a DVD player, like as a
Yeah,
media
same.
player.
But,
but-
and again, Blu-ray was another big reason why I
Yeah.
think it was a better option. But
Sure.
again, for me
Yeah.
personally,
yeah,
And then
yeah.
like Xbox leaned way too hard in the media into the media
Exactly.
For Xbox
century
One.
Yeah.
for Xbox One, and they absolutely destroyed themselves.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It was hubris. They
think,
thought
like-
they were too big for their britches and ruined all of that with the Kinect. And that was at the end of the 360 generation as well.
I think almost every PlayStation is in the top selling consoles. Almost every single one, and Xbox isn't in the top 5.
No, you're right, numbers wise, but also like Japan buys a lot of consoles.
Yeah.
oh yeah, like a lot.
It's very true.
But yeah,
much.
I think it's interesting to see PlayStation making moves, but I still think they're not like
They need to make some
almost
better
not
moves.
doing enough. Like
Better moves,
Yeah.
dude.
So, just as a quick little sidebar, the lifetime sales were more on PS3, but they're
we
so
looked at that.
close.
Remember, we looked
So
at that,
close.
and I was very surprised
Yeah.
when we did look at the console
Yeah.
numbers thing. It was like,
It's
oh.
only what is it? A difference of 10,000?
To be honest, we won that fucking generation.
A
Pardon,
difference
Yeah.
of
What
like
did you
under
say?
a
The
million.
people.
the Wii won that generation.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm serious.
I
like,
know.
Absolutely, they
Yeah.
150 million or 110 million consoles or whatever.
It's
So,
sold ridiculously, yeah.
1 million.
And I was one of the
For the
idiots
Wii.
that bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
bought
I had
I
a
love
Wii.
mine.
I love the Wii.
I'm positive you did.
Loved it. Oh, okay.
Wii Sports, man.
Nah.
Yes.
Link's crossbow training.
Yeah.
Game was so sick.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
I've never been a more professional bowler in my life than in Wii Sports.
You still never got that 300 game, baby.
Yeah, man.
I did that twice.
I never knew there was.
That's my,
they're like
it's my biggest
definition of
brag in
turkey
video
coming
games.
up on the screen. I'm like, I've never even heard this before in bowling. Like, what is this?
What a
I
turkey!
think you guys know how I felt about Red Steel and the bad taste of that.
Yes.
left in my mouth.
But the other thing that Sony's doing, that they sneak.
Oh, yeah.
They completely slid this under the radar.
Yeah, they announced, didn't really announce, crossplay is free for any developer that wishes to implement it. Now,
Yeah.
you are absolutely allowed to do it. Anyone can just pick it up and give it a go.
In an interview, one of the Sony executives was just like, "Yeah, it's not something that we're like announcing, but it's like it's a thing. It's happened. Like that. It's like
It's there. It's done.
they were
Is it
talking
because
more
of-
about PS Now.
Yeah.
That's what they were focusing on. And I don't know if they were like waiting for the right time.
Is it
to
because a
announce.
while ago they were like, oh, it's not just like as easy as flipping a switch, and some
That
developer
was,
came
that
out.
was Sledgehammer.
No, no. Sony
Nah.
said it, and then some developer came out and they were like, Yeah, no, literally all we need to do is flip a switch.
It's literally a push of a button and we can make this work. But I think also it's because Sony was going hard about how it's like, oh, we provide the best experience when it comes to online gameplay. And
we want
wanna
you to be
protect
safe.
that. But also it's like, but think about the children.
Privacy.
There are kids that play Minecraft.
Think about the children.
No, literally, they said that. They were like, we
Yeah.
want to protect like minors from any sort of outside influence. I'm like,
Minors,
pretty sure
as in
people
people who
still
play
suck
Minecraft.
online on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I still got like told that some pretty horrible stuff about what's going to happen to me and my family when playing Call of Duty on the PlayStation. Pretty sure that didn't protect me there, Sony. So anyway, point being, like, it's now a thing.
Yeah.
So I think they just don't want to renege.
So
on
maybe
what
one
they've
day
said.
you can play Destiny with us.
Yeah.
If they support.
Well,
me.
I mean, that would be...
It's the developer's
I mean, you guys are all playing on PC, though.
So if they
So
do
Xbox and
implement it.
PC, like, can already cross-play, so it's up to the developer in that
Yeah.
situation. Anyway.
Bungie.
But I think, I don't know.
But with everyone being in on it,
Yeah.
it's more likely
yeah,
people...
I don't know if Bungie said it earlier, but I know a couple of things have been like, well, I don't want to crossplay if everyone can't crossplay.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like, they don't want to
yeah.
exclude sales or be seen to be, because that could push them out of future deals if you're like, oh, well, I'm going to crossplay everyone, but not you, Sony,
Yeah,
because you won't
true.
let me, and then Sony will punish them for that later. So
Yeah, fair
now
point.
potentially,
And isn't it funny that now, like, Bungie are out of Activision's pocket, they're, like, always, like, tweeting stuff with, like, Xbox and, like, Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
And, like, Phil Spencer went and played... I think it was Phil Spencer or Matt Booty went and played...
booty.
I was waiting for it.
Matt Booty.
Matt
Went
Booty.
and played Shadowkeep, like, with, like, some Bungie developers, like, at their studio, and they were tweeting about it, and it's like that wasn't happening at all before with Activision, and they were getting all this exclusive content, and now it's like they're huge mates with Xbox again, like they were in the Halo days. It's great. I
it
love it.
literally is like Activision was their dad. Like,
Yeah.
And
Overbearing
Xbox
papa.
was like, or I guess Phil Spencer was like the boyfriend of like Bungie, and like, yeah, no, you can't hang out with him. He's bad for you. I don't want you to be around my daughter ever.
You'll take you down a bad road,
And then she
son.
was like, nah, I'm running away with my boyfriend. And then now it's all like
they've eloped.
happiness. Yeah.
That's
is
so
not, like,
funny.
I'm looking forward to how Bungie handles not being managed by Activision.
Yeah.
But one of the other things that really sucked is it, like, there was just such a pain to move my information from Blizzard's
Yeah.
launcher to Steam.
Yeah.
And they were like, today's the last day to do it, you ass. And so I went in there and they're like, kidding, you can't do it. And I was like, what do you mean, dude?
You still got it across there, right?
Yeah,
Did not
so
have that much trouble.
the only thing is
Neither.
I hadn't paid for any expansions. So all I had to do was activate my cross save, which still stuffed me around real hard and it wouldn't load, but it ended up
There are probably
working anyway.
thousands of people doing it at the
Yeah.
same time, though.
But
on the last day.
on
yeah,
the last
probably.
well, I ended up doing it the day after. And I could
Yeah,
do
right.
my cross save still because I
Yeah.
could still do my cross save. But anything I'd purchased through the Blizzard store would not move across. You can't get those purchases. So if you'd purchased Forsaken
Yeah.
and we're moving into Steam and you hadn't clicked that one button
Yeah.
before that day, gone. You have to buy it again.
I just did it when I got the email about it.
Yeah,
which was,
well,
like, weeks
I was
before.
like, I'm not playing Destiny. I don't want to pay that much money. And then I did.
Eating your words.
And
oh
then
my
I
God.
ate my words. So,
But it seems like it's not so much of an issue. Like it's working,
Lovejoy.
right?
yeah.
And we still get to play Forsaken, which is sick. And then Shadowkeep. So I can't wait to play again.
Yeah.
I'm
It's been
down.
really good.
By the way, I'm
What are you
just giggling
giggling
at Troy. Thanks, Troy, for checking out the video.
Literally, he said what I was thinking. The entire, I would
Somebody
just be like,
please
I
think
sort
of the children.
I was gonna be like, okay, Lovejoy.
Yeah.
One
good on
more
Troy.
thing before we wrap up this talk about Sony.
Yeah.
Sean Layden
Oof.
has left.
Oh,
Sony.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well,
Where's
I-
Big Papa
He's
Sean?
out.
I don't know where he's gone,
Big
but
Papa.
apparently
Where's Big
it's
Sean?
like the end of the financial year in Japan, like at the start of like October is the start of a new financial year. So it's
Right.
normal for people to leave at that
What are
time
they
of year.
doing over there?
But also another head, I can't remember his name, a Japanese guy, retired as well at
Yeah.
60. So
Wow.
huge changes at Sony. We'll see
It's
see
more
who takes
young
over.
blood, you know?
I saw a great picture. It's like Reggie, like from the Game Awards last year, Reggie, Phil Spencer, and Sean Layden, and Reggie and Sean Layden are like disappearing like with Snap.
Like a decimation. Oh my god.
Oh, it was so good.
Thanos.
I wonder who will replace them, but yeah.
Yeah,
Next generation of consoles, next generation of executives.
that's
do
it. That's it.
Hectic.
Mm.
Awesome. Well, definitely going to hear more about PS Now and the crossplay stuff.
Hopefully hear more
Yeah.
about crossplay.
Yeah. I mean, I want to hear if like we're actually getting PlayStation Now in Australia. Otherwise, I don't really care, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what
Like,
see what happens.
there's no just merge it and make it better. You're selling it to 14 countries that don't give a shit because there's nothing on it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fix it.
Because PS Now does stream other generation stuff. Like it does do PS2 games and things
Yeah.
like that.
2,
So
3, yeah.
I
Yeah.
would be so into exploring some back catalog if I had the access.
If I could though.
And like Vita, there's so much apparently that's on the Vita that's great, but it's really hard to find a Vita.
I'm going to be honest.
Also, the PlayStation TV, did you ever hear about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, which
Did
is a Vita.
Did that ever sell in Australia?
I think, they
Wait,
did. They had it in
actually,
Australia.
yeah. Hold on, we used to sell that at Big W.
There you go.
I should have bought one.
Your pa.
You should
People
have, 'cause
say
it was
that's
a Vita.
so good. It's a
Goddamn
Vita that you
idiot.
just plug
Yeah.
into the TV.
But I'll be honest, like I've got a Vita and I bought it on launch day because I was a mad fan of the PSP.
Yeah.
And the thing that I did most with my Vita was play PS1 games like through the store.
But like again, I don't know if Australia got that whole catalog of games.
True.
Because
There would have been
people
so
say-
many more Japanese games. Hey?
Even North America getting games, I think that we didn't get because people
You're
say like it is a niche, but people rave about the game selection on the Vita. There's just some
Yeah.
really cool titles.
But, and they were expensive, so I was like, that's probably why I didn't buy too many.
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
And their proprietary memory card that costs like $80 for
Yeah.
32 gigabytes.
Jesus.
Anyway, let's
Brutal.
not bring up some painful memories that are clearly buried in my psyche. Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it time for our favorite segment
It
that
is.
we've recently kicked into existence?
Pretty funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Yeet or Delete. This is our monthly. What are you trying?
No. You know what we need? Like a jingle for this.
We
segment.
do. We do.
Like a little like
Jingle TBA. That'll be coming soon.
Yeet,
Let's do that.
delete, yeet, or
It's
delete.
true, it's true. But welcome to Yeet or Delete. This is the segment of the show where we talk about the upcoming games of this month. We do it as the first episode of each month, is the way we go about this. And we choose if we're going to yeet a game, if we love it, or delete a game if we couldn't give a shit. So, all right, I'm going to start us off with the first few. And
I'm gonna start.
Fuck this bitch.
the first game on the list for October 1st for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC.
Stadia.
When Stadia comes out. We've got Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. So I'm going to give that a solid yeet
Yeety.
on that one. Big ol'
yeet. I'll go to yeet.
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love the passion
Hot
you
damn.
guys
Yeah.
have, man.
I reckon
love
you'd
it.
be down to play it if you got into it too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
buy
game.
Dylan's
I
on
might get
PC.
it on Stadia.
In about like 4 years when we're allowed to have it.
Yeah, very true. Moving on, we're going to keep these at a pretty brisk pace because there's a lot of games that are coming out.
There you
So
go. Total
the next one
33.
along is Neo Cab,
Yeet.
Switch PC and iOS October 3. That's a solid yeet for me.
Yeah,
Despite
it's
not
on
liking
Apple
it.
Arcade, so if you want to play it for free,
For a subscription.
Didn't
I mean,
realize
like,
that. I
yeah.
could have just.
I'm a lightly tap that delete button.
Whoa! All
that's
right.
fair. You wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
it's a
no,
lot
it's
of
not
reading.
me.
It's a lot of it. You
Not
would
me,
like
man.
it, okay.
I'd love it. I'm getting
I'm
yeeted.
sure. Would you think I'd enjoy it?
I think you'd like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's super chill. Like you can just like put with headphones
You're a
on. It's
chiller.
really like
I like to chill.
it's immersive. With
I play
headphones on.
Minecraft. I like to chill.
I like to chill.
I like to chill.
Yeah, is it chill if I chill?
It's chill if you chill here, but this is my chill spot, so stop bringing fire to the chiller spot that I know. Anyway, that's enough quotes. Moving on, Breakpoint, Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Delete.
I'm gonna, you know what I have to say? Yeah, delete.
Microtransactions in that game are egregious. Whoa! You can buy skill points. You can buy weapons. You can buy
That's-
vehicles. You can buy weapon upgrades. You literally don't even need to play
Trash.
the game.
That's trash.
I'm tier 100 and I haven't played a minute, dude.
Listen, John Barenthal, you're a good-looking guy, and I respect your acting skills. I like you, but I'm not gonna buy the game. I'm not gonna buy the game.
Not gonna do it.
Delete.
Look, this
Mitchell?
game resides so. I love Wildlands so much. I can't.
Do it. Do
It's
it.
like you got
Do it.
Destiny,
You
man.
gotta tell us. You gotta tell us.
do
You
you
gotta
think?
say it. You got to say it. There's
You
no
don't have
other
to
option.
agree with this. You don't have to
There's
agree.
no other option. It's Yeet or delete. It's the name of the game. There's nothing else.
Delete.
Whoa!
If you ever touch that game, man.
If I catch you,
I'm allowed to change my mind. I'm a human being.
don't succumb to peer pressure. If you want to play it, you don't have to
Yeah.
delete it.
If
I
you wanna
played
say
the
yeah.
beta and I got bored.
Yeah, don't support that bollocks.
Yeah.
Got bored. I got bored, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
fair call, fair call. Moving on to Atlas for Xbox One and PC October
is-
8th.
It looks cool.
That's
Is
the
that going
pirate
on, Game Pass?
No, it's going on game preview.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
yes. It's not
early
out.
access,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
early
Yeah.
access.
Meh.
I got a solid
cool.
delete on this one.
Yeah, delete.
It looks cool for sure.
It looked cool. Like,
But
just the idea
not
of
for
just
me.
running around just going, yar, and just fuck.
There's a lot more going on, I think. Like, did you ever play
It's
Ark?
Ark with pirates.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, neither did I.
Not interested in Ark.
I
Wait, is it
kinda-
like Ark then?
It's
Yeah.
literally
It's
like
Ark
it's almost
with
like a
pirates.
reskin.
Ark.
Delete.
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 It's like a reskin of Ark.
I
basically.
kind of, you're like,
pirate skin.
if I could have my boys with me in game, I'd yeet it.
True.
Without you, I'll delete it.
And it's already
Yeah.
on PC, so.
I think it's going to be very
It's gonna be
multiplayer
delete.
heavy for me. So
Yeah. And you need your squad. So yeah,
I
that's
need
a
my
big
squad.
old delete.
You click.
I'd just like to apologise to Rifle LP.
our biggest sponsor,
That is it.
who
He-
loves
yeah, we didn't
Ark.
thank him at the start. Oh.
Thank you, Rifle LP, because we love you. And moving on. So, Concrete Genie for PlayStation VR and PlayStation 4, October 8th.
I'm
No
never
idea.
popping on that VR because I'm too poor. So it's an automatic.
Automatic delete.
Delete.
I got no idea what that
It
is.
looked cool. It's such a art, very visual kind of game, but
Concrete,
it's
the
just
name's super
not my
familiar.
thing.
Yeah, delete.
Gonna have to start
Delete that.
Googling.
I'm off.
Beep,
I'm
boop,
off.
beep.
Hardcore delete.
Type
All right,
out that
next up
delete.
we've got Invisible Ink.
Indivisible.
Indivisible ink.
Oh, I can. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit.
Indivisible.
Next up, we have
Incorporated.
Indivisible Ink. I thought for a second there. Do you remember like that Deus Ex game?
Yeah.
Isn't like Invisible? Wait, I thought it was like Invisible Ink or something like that. Shut up.
Anyway.
Dylan. I'm moving on.
Delete. I'm just
Delete.
gonna delete it. It's very
All
quick.
right, John Wick Hex
Yeet.
PC.
Oh,
and Mac.
I haven't actually seen what this is, but people
It's
saying
from what
it's
I
cool.
saw, it looked like an XCOM. Am I wrong about
I think
that?
you might be right.
Oh.
You might be right.
Oh,
it was-
John Wick XCOM.
You're like, hell yeah, baby.
Yeah,
It's
that's
on Mac.
That's a. It's a big turn for me. It's an
Yeah.
instant delete. Sorry, John Wick. Don't kill me.
You know
I
what?
have
Yeah,
dogs.
I don't
Don't
care.
kill me, my dogs.
Yeah,
I know
fair
you
call.
wouldn't.
I'm not going to play that either. All right, that was October 8th. We've got Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch.
I never played Trine, but
Neither.
people love it.
Yeah.
But
Looks
it's
cool.
It's beautiful.
Super.
Yeah,
Never
it's
seen it.
It's like
interesting.
2D platformer / adventure RPG
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
right.
looks really
kind of
cool.
thing. But
Yeah.
you're running left to
But
right
I
across the
understand, I've
screen.
always looked at it and been like, I should play that, but never played it. So
Delete.
There's like
Yeah, delete.
3 characters, and you like as you're running through, you can like as you're jumping
Switch.
and doing that, you switch between all 3
yeah,
characters.
it's really, really
like
cool.
a wizard, a knight, and a
Thief.
thief.
Thief,
Yeah, there you go.
It's
Thief.
like your typical RPG archetypes,
Yeah.
but it's in a 2D platformer.
Cool. I'm sure that
Delete.
game would be cool. I'm
Cool,
gonna
cool,
delete
What
it.
do you got?
No, I mean, like, I can respect it. I just don't want to play it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like,
Wow,
I'd
there's so much
probably
coming out.
yeet,
Mac.
but I don't know if I'll play it. Like,
did you guys ever play ukulele?
No,
No,
but
but
this.
yes.
So the next one, ukulele and the Impossible Lair.
You know
This-
what was the worst? I
Sorry.
did play ukulele. I played
Right.
it with Cal.
Was it the worst?
No, like it's fine. It's a totally fine
It's
game.
fine.
But it's advertised as multiplayer, and it's freaking not.
Oh,
You're
what?
the player
Someone
2.
play as Yuka and someone plays as Layla.
No.
No?
No. One person plays as ukulele and player 2 plays as a butterfly cursor that just flies around the screen. You can't even pick stuff up.
What is this,
You're just
Mario
moving
Galaxy?
around
Hang
the
on.
screen.
Oh my god. They
You're just
created
buzzing.
They created
You're
the
just a
ultimate
cursor.
big brother, small brother game.
Yeah.
Mum told me that I
It's
could come play with
exactly
you.
that.
Yeah, radio, here's your controller.
It's
Do
crap.
nothing.
That was exactly it. Like, it drove me nuts. I was like, I want to be player 2. I want to be the bat. No.
Sucked in. That's
That's
a,
so-
Garbage. And so we
Absolute
stopped
suck.
playing.
Well,
That's so
apparently
funny.
this ukulele is so obviously the first one was kind of like Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah.
This one's apparently like their version of Donkey Kong Country, so it's 2D platformer again.
Oh.
I haven't seen really anything about it.
cool.
Delete.
I think it's gonna be on Game Pass. No, was that? No, the old one's coming to Game Pass. Forget what I said.
That's nice, Elliot, but it's
play it
still
by myself.
delete.
Yeah, delete. Oh yeah,
Still a
a huge
delete.
delete
Oh, jeez.
from me.
Next up for the Rift. Asgard's Wrath.
Do I have a
want a
Rift?
I
This
want a
looks
Rift.
so cool.
I want a Rift for this game.
100%
I don't have a
look-
Rift, so I'm gonna auto delete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
auto delete, but this is like
I have
the
to delete
first
because I don't-
actual VR game that may be like a good game.
It's hot shit.
Yeah,
is it?
dude. Oh my god, it looks so sick.
Saucy,
I am
baby.
very upset that I don't
It
have
does look really fucking
any
sick, though.
ability to be able to play this. But oh my, if I could play it, 100%.
Oh, snap.
Yeet.
Yo, this is looking pretty yeet worthy.
Yeah.
That's what I
It looks
mean.
real good.
I've seen. Look, I did a quick
Dude,
little
show
dab and research.
Damn,
show our
boy.
friends.
Pretty
Show,
yeet. man.
show our
work.
friends.
Hey,
Show our friends.
they can't see
Look
that.
at the iPad.
They
guys.
can't. They can't.
All of you can Google quickly enough if you're on the internet. I'm sorry, but
It looks
Open
really
up
good.
second
it
tab.
does. It looks.
Looks good.
If that combat,
Oh my god.
that
I'd
is
say
it's
yeet.
so-
I kind of want to buy a Rift.
Oh my god. It's
Can you buy Rift so I can play Asgard's Wrath, please?
And you buy a
Sure,
Rift so
I'll
I
have
can
to leave
roll
it
you
at
and
one of
steal
you, one of you guys' houses because I don't have a PC.
yeah. I don't have the ability to travel to the moon, man.
Oh, you
Sorry.
can leave it at my house. I'll take good care of it for you, dude.
Sure.
We'll look after it
I'll
for
look
you,
after it,
Elliot.
man.
Yeah, I don't have a PC and I live in a
I can
giant,
give
I
two
live in a
answers for
tiny
this.
box.
You live in a shipping
I
container.
can give 2 answers for this, right?
About to ship you.
Can we let's skip that?
I was
next one.
literally
I don't even
going
know.
to do that. And then started
Doraemon?
reading it out.
I have no
All right,
fucking.
next one.
Doraemon.
Let's
Sorry.
look at this one that you might actually care about. Grid.
No.
Yeet.
PS4, Xbox One,
Delete.
Stadia, PC.
Kane.
October
Delete.
11th.
I'm the only one here that
Delete.
likes races.
Delete.
Do you like
No,
races?
I like-
I
I
Need
like
for
races,
Speed,
but-
dude. Give me that fun
Dude,
shit.
I'll be honest, I do prefer like arcadey races.
It is. Yeah, it's like Toka touring car, so it's like realistic,
dirt rally stuff.
but it's not super simulation.
Did you ever play like Colin McRae back in the
Dude,
day?
Colin
on PC?
McRae was the
Oh my God.
best.
I played that shit heaps.
Same, man.
Did
On the
not touch that thing
PC.
once.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
Cars in the computer. Oh, look at that. I was all about it.
Grid
All
1
about it.
was one of the first games I got for my 360. And it was amazing. The deformation of the cars is like super realistic.
Defamation.
Deformation.
Wow. What a
Deformation.
word.
Sorry, defamation. I've just.
Deformation.
It's like
Deformation.
I'll sue you for
Or
defamation.
deformation.
talking
Same.
Oh no.
Different
Sounds
spelling.
like-
Anyway.
But yeah, Grid. This looks cool. Codemasters.
Mm.
So it's like, you know,
Pretty respectable.
not
Almost.
quite AAA, but yeah, pretty high quality. So,
Nice.
but yeah, same people that make Dirt
Double A
Rally
and a
that, so.
quarter.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I've heard good things about Grid. But
Looks cool.
Why is it called Grid? Isn't the last one called Grid?
The first one was called Grid as well. Then they had
Yeah.
Grid 2. This is like a reboot of the series.
It's like the Xbox and the Xbox
Grid.
One. Like,
So the next one's going to be called Xbox? Like what do you,
Yeah.
next one's gonna be called
There's
Grod.
what else did
Rod.
that as well? There was another thing that did exactly that, and they went back to just to the original title.
Modern Warfare?
so many
Technically,
games.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
absolutely
technically.
right, yeah.
God
I
of
feel
War.
awkward when I
Yeah,
go, yeah,
no,
no,
you're
you're
right.
Modern Warfare. And I go,
You got that? Yeah, you right.
the recent one.
No, you're absolutely right. It
Same
wasn't the
with-
example I was thinking of, but you're absolutely right. So, but yeah, that kind of confuses me. But
It's
anyway,
weird, isn't
Wait.
it?
Anyway.
yeah.
Did Gears of War? Did it just change to Gears? Or
Yeah,
is it
just
Yeah,
Gears.
but
at least
just
they kept
Gears?
the
It's not
number.
Is it 5? Is it
Yeah,
Gears?
Gears 5.
Gears
Gears
5,
5, yeah.
Just
Okay.
go straight.
Not
There's
as
no
bad
longer
then.
war.
Not as bad then.
There's
They've
just
still got a
Gears.
number.
That's fair. Moving on. Don't know what this is. Killer Queen Black Switch PC.
Yeah,
it's
yeah. It
2D.
looks cool. It's I think Killer Queen was an arcade game.
Yeah, it's a delete instantly for me. I'm not interested.
Whoa.
Just go hit Control.
JMH
delete.
says, "Wait, I thought Codemasters was dead ages ago." Nah, they're still going. I think they made Dirt Rally and Dirt Rally 2 and stuff, but yeah, still a thing.
Still trying.
I don't know if they're owned by Thick Nordic or not, but they
Thick
seem
What'd you
Nordic,
say?
THQ
they
Nordic.
seem
Nordic.
to know.
He calls him Thick Nordic. I love it. I love it. Doesn't make any sense, but I love it.
It's thick. THQ.
No, I get it.
Thick.
Thick.
I'm about it. I'm
Oof.
about it. I'm
I
about
get
it.
Mummy.
it. I get it, man. Like,
Thanks, cat.
there you go,
Yeah,
Dylan.
Killer
I got
Queen
your little
Black.
picture
I just-
for you.
Killer Queen.
You know,
What am I looking at?
that's Killer Queen Black. Like, I don't know.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
It's another game I'm not going to play.
It's a
Yeah.
delete
Sick.
for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
It
know
looks
how I feel
alright.
about indies.
Delete.
Some of them I like, but then some of them I
I'm
just.
so keen to go
Yeah.
E for
Delete,
packs.
delete,
Anyways,
delete.
continuing
This
on.
next game,
Children of Morsha.
Mortar. Huge.
Molder.
Yeet.
Okay,
Big
huge.
yeet.
Give me
It's
a read.
already on PC,
Yeah.
and it's like
Your family.
your family. It's like 2D top down pixel roguelite. It looks so
Crawler
beautiful,
type
and it's got
delete.
apparently the story is amazing, and it's just
Very Diablo-y.
Looks really nice.
beautiful game. everyone loves it who's played it on PC.
That art style is actually
Levels
pretty.
are
it's
generated
so
each
cool.
time you go
Yes,
in.
yeah.
And you don't
Procedurally.
get permanent upgrades. You get.
Well,
like,
you do
find
also
upgrades
get
through
permanent
level.
upgrades.
Oh, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
like you level up your characters and you get. There's no significant loss on death as well, which is great for a roguelite. Like I hate those games where it's like I'll just play for 2 hours and now I've lost everything. And you can choose the different characters to like the different family members to go out. It just looks stunning. I can't wait for this.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited.
Very cool. Very cool. Are you guys actually going to buy it and play it?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to. I'm
Well,
trying to get a
depends on
review code.
my
But
money.
yeah.
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 Depends on my dollars.
Yeah.
Should
It's
write
only gonna be
reviews
cheap.
like Elliot. This is him
I
starting to
should.
work out for him
Look,
over here.
here we go. I'm going to start writing reviews. You heard it live.
Yeah, that's right. Can't take that back.
Legitimately.
right here.
All right, keeping this this train rolling.
The Switch.
The Switcher 3 Wild Hunt. So
Delete.
Delete.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition for Switch, October 15th. Oh my god, how are they going to cram that game?
I don't know.
I'm keen to
that
see what it
cartridge.
looks like, but I'm deleting it.
I give them all the props for what they're doing, but I already have it and I don't want to
Yeah.
play it on a bus.
I don't want to play it worse.
Or on the toilet. But then you've got
Hold on a
I
minute.
kind of want to play it on the
I
toilet.
kind of want to play it.
Hang on, you're gonna get numb legs though. You're gonna be there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I
It's
used
like,
to play
are you
Angry
okay,
Birds.
man?
sounds like a man speaking from experience.
I can't take a shit
Well-
if I don't play Candy Crush.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm as I said.
just
Sorry,
accused
as
me of
you
playing
said, I'm
King.
keen to see how it works out on that.
Yeah,
No,
have
I don't have a
540p
lot
in
of hope
handheld
for
mode.
it. But they wouldn't. CD Projekt Red wouldn't release a game that
If it was poop.
trash, right?
They're gonna it won't look good. Like
I don't
it.
know.
I think it's going to exceed
Like-
your expectations specifically because
144p. Yeah.
you were just like, I'm going to have 1 pixel on my tree, man. Like,
That's not what I said. 1 pixel tree.
pixels.
At this point, it just feels like Skyrim just getting released on freaking anything and
look,
everything.
It
if
is
they
a
can do
far
it,
way off Skyrim, dude.
It's also a
I
far
said
way
it
better.
feels like it's getting there.
I get what you mean, though. Yeah.
It's also
like-
a hell of a lot more impressive games than Skyrim.
Skyrim,
Like,
well,
yeah.
I get that.
No,
but my point.
I know.
stands.
What I'm saying though is like they can release Skyrim on everything. Like originally, I guess it came out
Smart
last gen,
fridge
but like
edition.
yeah. Tesla edition. But like The Witcher is just it's a beast of a game. Like it is
Cool.
like
There's a lot of that shit.
it's gonna
It's
chug.
just,
It's gonna chug.
it's just odd to just see it on just
Your
getting
distance is
released
going to be 2 meters.
Yeah,
on
right.
everything years after. I'm just sort of like, oh.
Get to a high peak and try to look at the surroundings, and the thing just freaking melts in your hand.
Yeah, there's like,
I want to see some reviews of that when that drops on October 15th.
I'm keen to hear the
Yeah.
little Switch
Now-
fan just like,
We are, yeah, true, but we are going to speed the pace up a bit,
Yeah.
I think. So the next one, Little Town Hero, Switch, and if
Yeet.
anyone wants to take over from me, by the way, to read these out,
Yeah,
you're
okay.
welcome to.
Yeah, do you,
I'm not
well,
doing that.
do you want me to?
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Elliot, you're the man.
Little Town Hero
Yeah,
from Game Freak.
Yeah,
Yeah, I might give it a go.
Hell yeah, it's Game Freak. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they made any other games other than Pokemon?
I think they have little things.
No, I mean,
don't know what.
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm curious.
Delete.
Delete.
Get
What, did you
outta
know
here.
play Pokemon?
All right, Felix the
I play
Reaper.
Pokemon.
Bitch, did you not have a childhood? What's
I
up?
had childhood.
All over
I had
Felix.
childhood.
Felix the Reaper.
Yeet.
That cute
Yeah, that
game
looks
with the fat
so
dancing.
Good.
It's
I was completely thrown off by the title. I was like, ooh, yeah. It's going to be like gory. It's going to be like deathly, sickly.
Fully.
I'm going to love it.
Nah, man.
Big
He's
chunky man.
dancing.
He's cute.
Nah,
I'm a lover.
man.
Delete.
Travis
Get out of
strikes.
here.
Travis strikes again. No more heroes.
Delete.
Complete
It
edition.
looks cool, but delete.
Oh my
For
god, I've been
PlayStation
like
4 and
fooling
PC.
myself for like 10 years now, being like, oh, I've really got to get around to playing No More Heroes. You know, like
Delete.
even when it came out on the Wii.
This
like,
is Travis strikes again though. It's like that spin-off
the minigame one where they like go
yeah.
into the video game console world.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to play it.
I'm
Delete.
let's see. I don't know what that is. Plants vs Zombies: Battle for Neighborville.
Delete.
If it's not a free app on a phone, I'm not going to.
Plants vs
Yeah.
Zombies. What was the? It was like Overwatch.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is like the sequel to that. Garden Warfare.
Yes.
That was sick.
Yes,
Did you play it?
yeah.
Yeah, I played Garden Warfare 1.
I played it at
Heaps.
EB Games Expo. when
Garden
it
Warfare
came
was
out
Yeah,
sick
right.
fun.
years ago. And it was like the least popular like thing there.
Yeah.
The event.
Did it have any? Didn't have any following, right? I mean, or it must have if
Whoa.
there's another one.
Like Garden Warfare 2 was mega popular.
I can't even
it was.
believe
Right,
that.
yeah.
Makes me
So this
so
is the third
upset.
one?
It's actually a good game too. Like Garden
I
Warfare.
saw a
believe
lot of
that.
that when it
I
was out.
I got over it,
Yeah.
but when I was playing with mates, it was
Just
like
Overwatch.
it's like Overwatch. You get over it after a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I mean, delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna play it.
I'm not going to play it, no, but I can see how it could be fun.
Wait,
Yeah.
Return of the Obra Dinn's coming out for something. I think for Switch, October 18th. Looks really good. Yeet.
Yeti.
Oh, I remember seeing
Ring
some of that.
Fit Adventures coming to Switch. Now this is cool. This is like
It has the word fit in it.
a Switch fitness game where you like strap the Joy-Con onto your leg and you have
It's
that
got
thing.
that bow one.
Is that ridiculous thing that we're talking about?
But
where
it's actually an RPG adventure game with a story. And
Huh?
yeah,
Cool.
it looks sick, and apparently it will take like 2 or 3 months to finish if you do an hour a day.
wow, but it's
Which
all
is
about
like-
actually doing
And like your enemies, like that
Working
you
out.
face, like
play
some will
games for
be
an hour.
red,
full on.
some will be red enemy, and you have to do a certain like yoga pose to beat red enemies, or like you have to do a certain like
I'm
like
about
a-
this
a
suddenly.
core-
I'm really about
a
it.
core
no,
like
it's a delete
strengthening
for me.
thing to beat blue enemies or whatever. And it looks really like
Talk about emergent gameplay. Oh yeah.
they're bringing Wii Fit actually into a game and making it like a fun game to play. So
That
I'm actually considering getting this.
it's
I'm gonna
innovative,
get
man.
that.
yeah,
I
it's
think-
so Nintendo.
The idea that you could as well just like.
Because it's like a resistance. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a resistance band. So
Yeah,
you use it.
Yeah.
you could use it like pull, just like literally as a bow
Oh, yeah.
arrow
Yeah.
motion. Like
I see the
fucking-
biggest audience. I see the biggest audience in this right now. Big grandmas.
Yeah.
Like they were for Wii Fit.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch the
And
Ring
like that
Fit lore
Skyrim
videos,
grandma.
man.
Oh my
Getting
god!
in the lore community.
Maybe I should make my
Oh,
channel just a Ring
shit.
Fit lore channel.
Dude,
do like a
I'll-
3-hour
Vardy
compilation.
Vidya, but
Dude,
Ring,
can we
ring
get
Adventures.
My
Can
name
we
is
get like
Bife.
2 fitness
I
rings
don't
and stand
think
side by
so.
side and be like,
That'd be
got
so
a
sick.
yoga pose together?
Wait, you got fusion power this right now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball up in this.
Oh my
God.
god. Okay. I don't really know what this is. Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 3. I think it's some dumb shooter.
Just quickly, Jay
Wait, it's not.
said some funny shit in the comments. He's just
Oh,
like,
shit.
reminds me I haven't bought my daily copy of Skyrim, Soz Papa Todd. Jay, mate.
Oh my
today.
God.
This is great, man.
Papa Chod.
Papa Todd.
All
I
right.
mean, he's let us down over the last,
Papa never lets you down.
Oh, well,
Papa
yeah, you know
Todd.
what? He brought
Nah.
out a battle royale for Fallout, so
He brought out.
The one that
he,
you were defending.
he
so
also
it's
just.
like,
I defended for one day, and then
until I told you to shut the F up about it. Literally on the podcast.
Literally, dude, I'm ready for Skyrim Battle Royale. Let me get out there and chop.
wait,
and
no, I'm about that. I'm about that.
All right, so October 22, we've got WWE 2K20.
No.
Oh, it's a huge hit, boys. Cannot
That's a
wait.
big
Oh,
delete
yes.
us.
That's the actual meathead
Delete.
game.
Delete from me.
Delete. All right,
Delete.
all right.
Oh, we've got some good ones coming up.
Lonely Mountains Downhill. Is this a
No.
downhill mountain biking game?
Yes, it is. It's
What?
coming to Game Pass. So
Cool. I love bike games like Descenders. I love that.
yeah, so you know,
Epic.
like imagine getting over it, but you're going down. And like every time you hit a rock or whatever, you're like, oh, but it's like really hard. You gotta. It's not just.
Oh wait, this is that like top down.
Yeah,
one?
it's not just like like
Is this like ski free?
you know that.
Does anyone remember ski
Yeah,
free?
where you
Nah.
you,
Is
you
this like
ski
a
sideways and you
Lastomania
jump.
of the
It's
future?
like that, but it's like 3D.
Yeah,
so
right.
you gotta like
So
it's
good.
free on Game Pass. So
Sick.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Is it for PC as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming.
Awesome.
It's coming to every platform as well.
Talk about that
all
next
right,
one.
October 25. Oh,
That's
there's
what's
some
up.
big. This is a big day. I'm gonna start.
it's a big
I'm
day.
gonna start with Medieval.
Why?
Because
We're gonna build up to the good stuff.
We're gonna build up,
It's all on the
dude.
same
It's
day.
a big
Oh,
day.
sorry, I didn't realize he
Medieval.
was going for theatrics.
Yeah,
Oh
theatrics.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't important.
Yeet for this one. I love Medieval's the Resurrection. I think it was on PSP.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, so goddamn good.
Hell yeah. So
Oh.
Mitch is about it.
I'm about
Did
it.
you play the original?
I did not play the original because Medieval was like one of the very first games I got when I got my PSP.
Nice.
Like
Was that one the original, but just like spruced up for the PSP?
I think
Nah,
so.
I think it was a different game. I heard someone
Well,
talking
I
about
don't know because I didn't play the first one. If anyone is watching this right now can
did play
tell
the
us,
first one, but I didn't
please.
play that PSP one.
I am.
Are you a
I'm a delete.
I'm a delete.
But
I'm a
because
yeet.
like I've been looking at medieval and you
Sir
know
Daniel Fortescue.
I like my old stuff and I'm pretty sure I played medieval, but like looking at the gameplay, it just looks like the gameplay's the same, but
The game's exactly the same.
but it looks better, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't want to.
It was so
I did
good,
not-
but
It was heaps of fun, and it was funny. The
it was
gameplay
literally
fun.
just
I
fun,
know,
and the
but-
characters are funny
And
too.
He is. He's like this dead mother effer. But anyway,
Literally, I remember
I'd
this
rather
one
play
character.
like Earthworm Jim again. Like,
that was
granted that was a great game.
Yeah.
But I think if you gave Medieval the time, you'd probably enjoy it. And
There was
just
literally
one
a
quickly.
fat. There was a,
Resurrection is a reimagining of the first one.
oh, okay. There was a fat little like mayor that was like you'd free him from like this prison. His punchline was just, "I'm not mad, I'm the mayor." And that's all I can remember from it.
Oh my
I
God.
used to laugh every time so much. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound as funny as
No,
But
that
anyway.
was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
it's
Still,
just
it was
not
a lot of
mad.
fun. I reckon you'd
all
probably
the
get a kick.
all the gameplay and stuff I've seen for it, because obviously I've been seeing a lot popping up because it's coming out soon. It just looks so.
well,
Yeah, I agree
because it
with
kind
you.
of well, it is. But it's-
And I'm just not about that.
Yeah, but you haven't played it yet. So.
Yeah, you're right, but I haven't played any of these games I'm eating or deleting, and I'm deleting it.
But you're a human being and you can change your mind at any time. So
Yeah, all right. Great.
All right. Next up on the October 25 train, Call of Duty,
Delete.
Modern Warfare. Delete.
I'm hit that hard.
I'm a big
Yeet that.
What garbage.
That's exactly what someone would say if they weren't good at it.
Probably.
I just never played it, dude.
It's
and
my
I'm
guilty
never gonna.
pleasure, dude. It's totally my guilty pleasure. I
Yeah.
love the campaigns. They're fun. You can just turn your brain off a little bit and play that shit. But when you get in that multiplayer, oh baby, it's
I
good.
haven't
It's
really seen
good.
a
If you ditch
Reznov
Destiny for
kind
me,
of
I'm gonna cry.
campaign for a little while. I need something that really brings in the excitement. To,
You've seen all the story campaign trailers and all that sort of stuff, right?
yeah,
Looks good.
Look,
It
Captain
does.
Price is there, so
100%. And you've got like these freedom
Love that.
fighters versus like these spec ops guys and all these
Yeah.
different factions, and I'm like,
And
I'm
like,
about that. And that
the
random
whole game
military
mode
lingo.
is just locked out of everyone except PS4.
Yeah, I don't want to. Think
yeah.
about
Don't talk to me about that. That makes me upset real quickly.
that. Everyone's they're like, it's 1% of content. Like,
No,
1%
it's
we're
not.
gonna get.
It's like 16% of... Anyway.
That's the quote that they said.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's
anyway,
like, oh, what? Are there 100 game modes? Shit, I didn't realise that. Oh, what?
Wow, it's value.
anyway,
Okay, but the big one,
I can't wait for it.
the big
Well, I
dick
can wait for it,
energy, and I mean, the big
I'm
one
excited.
for everyone else is probably Call of Duty, but The Outer Worlds.
Yes.
Delete.
Big yeet.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit of a.
No, I'm
dull-
kidding. I actually do. I do want to play
Big
the Outer
yeet,
Worlds.
big yeet. Yeah, get shit
excited.
on, Mitch. You can go sit in
Million
your own
yeets.
corner,
So
dude.
Again, I said I can change my mind at any
Also,
point.
You'd
it's
probably get a
on
kick out of
Game
it.
Pass for PC and Xbox.
Free.
And, oh my
Live
God.
that, live that
I'm
Game
gonna-
Pass
It
life.
looks-
Wait,
Yeet.
live your best life. And
I'm
just
it's-
get it.
so
wait,
excited.
This is I've probably missed this at some point, but is it just single player or is
Yeah,
it?
single player.
Wait, what? It's just. Oh.
Yeah. Outer
I don't
Worlds.
know why I thought that it was more.
Yeah, no, it's a straight up single
I know you might have
player,
thought of it
This
as
makes
first
me-
person RPG
Probably.
in
But
space.
still
I
keen.
love
Give me that.
playing with people.
Well, it's an RPG, baby.
Then
You're
again,
playing
I
with
enjoyed
people
Shadow
in the
War,
game.
which
Yeah.
was single player.
You love
so-
New Vegas.
You've
though,
got-
right?
Huh?
D-
Did you
do
play New
like
Vegas?
Like
Of course I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well, they-
Obsidian.
same developers, right?
Okay, we'll
Same.
see.
It
We'll
should
see,
be a
we'll
similar
see.
experience.
I'll give a tiny little yeet.
This is
Yeah,
my
give me a micro
most
yeet.
Give me a micro
anticipated
yeet.
game
Use the
of
micro
the
yeet on that
entire
one.
year.
of the yeet.
Yeah, more anticipated, more highly anticipated for me than Borderlands.
I got lucky. I got my highly anticipated game early. Resident Evil 2, baby. Like that shit popped out.
And
real
that
quick.
didn't
My
disappoint.
highly
did not at all.
anticipated was Sekiro, and it was.
Oh, that game was so good.
Pinnacle.
I can't wait for end of the year.
We've
end
had
of the
some
year discussion.
fantastic games
ready-
this
Yeah,
year.
ready
we
to
guys.
go
really
back
have.
Elden Ring.
Gears 5.
Oh, Elden Ring bit. Oh, Gears 5. Yeah, that was fun.
Alright.
Yeah.
Shadowkeep.
We got After Party coming out.
Yeah,
It says
Yeah,
PlayStation
it's
4 and
AMH.
PC. It's going to be
No,
on Xbox
it's-
as
It's
well.
like he's got a reason to keep it
Wow,
up
I
finishing
thought
Gears 5.
it was only
I
on
agree.
PlayStation.
JMH.
No,
Very true,
that's
mate.
why it was at
Yes.
Inside Xbox as well.
Yes.
October 29. Can't wait.
I
We've
want to
talked
play
about
this
it.
with.
Well, we got on October 29th.
After party.
After Party.
Oh, yes!
Yes,
Can't
I
wait to
can't
outdrink the
wait.
devil.
On Game
That's
Pass.
gonna be so much fun with all of us.
True.
I don't know if it's on PC
I don't know
Game
if it's
Pass.
on PK.
Oh, I guess play the bar next book. or steal one of Elliot's. He's got heaps, don't you? You got
Yeah.
a
You
shop.
Got like
four,
18.
can I have one?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got Xboxes to spare.
What the hell? October 29th, we've also got Harvest Moon Mad Dash.
I know, right?
Jeez Louise.
For
What the
PlayStation 4
hell?
and the Switch.
What the hell's that?
Harvest Moon.
It's like what
It's like
inspired. What's that one? That
Stardew Valley.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. But what is
And I
Mad
love
Dash? I don't
Stardew
know.
Valley.
October 29, we've also got Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna delete it,
Really?
but
That's interesting.
those games were fun back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
know.
delete those.
I'm gonna
Super-
delete.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
October 31st. This is a big release, but
More
I
of a-
can probably guess most of our answers.
It's
Luigi's Mansion.
Is a yeet.
It's a yeet?
If I was able the ability to play it,
It's a delete for me.
Because
Is that
I'm
because
a bit
the-
of a Guiji kind of man.
Is that literally the only reason why you're saying that? You're saying yeet
Yeah,
because of that quote?
yeah.
I respect the game, fair enough, whatever. But I'd say it's a delete for me.
It's a delete for me. I'm sure it's great fun.
Yeah.
Cat, yeet or delete?
Delete.
Luigi's Mansion.
Delete.
See you
There
later.
are
not
some
buying
people
that.
listening to this that are like, these guys are absolute idiots. And they're
Yeah.
like, this is the best.
Y'all
game
goddamn
ever."
crazy.
Fair enough. Look, it's not my bag.
Also-
Something in the water.
Just to quickly kick back, they're dropping After Party on Xbox Game Pass for console and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Well,
Ah.
how long do we have? We've still got like. Do we
But
have
does
a
that
few
mean you
weeks left
get it on
before
PC
our
though?
thing?
I don't know.
Because if it's not included
We'll
in
need some more
PC,
I'm probably just gonna
research.
leave my ultimate pass. Like I'd really like.
Dude, it's like 3 times the price.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's
no
no
point.
reason
You
to
don't
do
need
that. No.
gold, and you don't have a console. Just cancel it.
But I think that's obviously what Microsoft's hoping.
Mitch just
Yeah.
likes to
That people like
spend
you would be
money.
like, yeah, I can afford it.
whatever.
Just support Big Phil. He's a good bloke.
Big Phil. He needs all the support he can get.
The last one is Moons of Madness, and I have no idea what that is, so
Delete.
delete.
That's a hard delete.
Wow.
Beautiful. We did it. That is the upcoming games for this month, and that is our rendition of our second rendition of Yeet or Delete. So there we go, guys.
like it.
Glorious.
That is fantastic. But how long has this little episode been going for?
I just want to, like, you didn't let me.
Yes, and JMH, you do have a reason to keep Game Pass.
do what?
Game Pass is the best.
I yeet Moons of Madness. I just wanted to pop that in there. Because
Well,
you were
wow,
like,
really?
delete, done. Yeah, it's like.
I don't know what
I've
it is.
opened it up for you just to give you a nice, quick little insight into it. It is a first-person, story-driven cosmic horror game where the scientific exploration of Mars meets the supernatural dread of Lovecraft. Like, I'm about that shit.
Maybe I was too quick.
To delete.
I thought so, which is why I brought that up. I was like, kind of sounds like what you'd been into, Dylan.
Yeah, good point. So it's not survival horror though, is it? It's more of a.
Story-driven, first-person
Story-driven.
cosmic horror game. That's just.
So is that one of
Cosmic
the,
horror.
Is that one of the horror games where like you don't actually get hurt or you can't defend or something like that?
Prosy, I haven't played it.
You have to
Yeah.
wait till the 31st of October.
It's not out yet, dude.
Never mind. Yeah, fair enough. I'll have to look into that before I so hastily delete it. But yeah, so we've been running for about, it says an hour and 40 minutes. I don't know.
Holy shit, really?
I don't
We
know-
always do, dude.
I don't know how true it is, but there you go.
Okay.
But I think this was somewhat of a semi-successful live stream attempt in which we got to dip our toes into the water of the big wide world of streaming.
And you know, like, I know we set a goal for less swearing. I think we did a
We
good
did
job.
well.
We did. There
Look,
were some slip-ups.
I think we
That's
probably
I think I
cast about 3 each, except
Just-
for Elliot.
Just
I
passion.
said at least one.
one. Yeah, I think he was the best of all of us.
When there was no way to contain my passion, it just sort of just comes out and just goes.
just
Once
sort
Once
of,
it's out, you can't
sort
put
of
it back in.
comes out.
Once it comes
sorta
out and it's all over the place, you can't
comes
just
out.
scoop it
Once
up and
it's-
put it back
It's
in.
all over its
I
That's
just,
not how it
I
works.
just sort of splagat, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it down, everybody. We did so well.
Yeah, well, we tried, but no worries. Well, guys, that is episode 21 of Spawn Respawn in our new format. We're going to see how it works in terms of releasing this as the podcast as well.
Yeah.
So,
Let us know
Yeah.
in the comments, in the chat
if you reckon,
right now. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah.
Seriously. I
100%.
actually didn't expect anyone to be
And
watching. So
really, thank you for the comments. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
We have very low expectations every time we do
We
anything.
did.
So,
But you guys
glad-
are
Which makes it better when they get
Totally.
exceeded.
Exactly.
And then you commented, you added some comments.
Shout out
JMH
to
was
JMH, yeah.
awesome dude. But yeah, thank you for the support. This has been fantastic. So I think we're going to wrap it up here, and this
Yeah.
concludes our very first live stream for Spawn Respawn. So my name is Dylan Smith, and you can find me on Twitter at CitizenSmith14.
My name is Kat, and you can find me as CapCatty on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Elliot. You can find me on Twitter at directgaming or youtube.com/directgaming as well.
And I'm Mitchell Barnsley. You can find me in the comment section with everyone thanking them personally for joining us. And you
better
can
be
also
there,
find
dude.
me. And you can also find me in the link below for Twitter.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I think we're gonna have to end this live stream right here. We don't have
We don't have our
or-
music, so
but again, bear with us.
Literally test streams.
We're
So.
we're trying to work
We're
our way
doing
up.
our best, dude.
It's true. But again, thank you all, and that's all from us at Spawn Respawn. So, peace.
peace. Bye bye.
Douche, 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 douche.